Yes, stay put. Stay put. Ah, yes. Ma power. So I've been doing some research. Possibly you get better priority as affiliate and even better priority as a partner than you would as just as not those things. This should look better. This is a little, it's jittery because I slowed down the video because it was too fast before, but now it's kind of jarring. So we're also going to be working on this today. And then hopefully get to some emote stuffs. So this should be good. All right, let me redo this video. Got new stuff. Yeah, see? Streamlabs. Piece of caca right there. So it was a little slower. So let me see. Well, that's not going to fix it though. Let me just use the original footage if I can. So I have a program that I'm using. It's a free program. It's a freebie, so I don't expect too much from it. Shotcut, SHOTCUT, and I've been using it for editing for a while now, like a good while, years, and it seems to do well. It seems to do fine. Seems to be good. And there's like you'd think it'd be easy just to reverse footage, but no. But this program does reverse footage. However, it has to make another file. And that's fine, but then it gets rid of the file for some reason, or maybe I deleted it. I don't know what happened. This should be not Infringerino music, because we've had that recently. TikTok why? And it wasn't even, it was a remix of Minecraft, and I think the way I cut it, it picked it up, and then it was like, oh, I'm helping. I am saving copyright holders from the pain of having their content stolen. So I just left it. Oh, I got smacked, me myself. Streamer man himself got smacked with his own ad. What the fuck? Okay. That's fine. Mark Hamill, what are you doing? All right, filters. Some filters. This one, because I set this one to default, and it don't default. Activate. There. A little bit more bright and bassy, so they say. So they say. Yeah. Audio's good, train going by, all is right in the world. So I'm gonna try to redo this because I kind of like was gonna stream some emote stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to change this, and it turned into the ADHD rabbit hole, I like to call it, where you just keep going down the rabbit hole of stuff you want to do, and you leave stuff like all down the hole, just completely unfinished and in not usable working order. Oh, Jigglypuff escaped. Oh, great. Yeah, so we have a new game. We have Pokemon game. I've caught on to the coolness of that whole debacle. I can't believe that reinstalling Streamlabs fixed the problem. Oh, I guess I'm just gonna have to do that every stream now. Not, in fact, the internet. Okay. All right. So let's work on this video here, because it is jarring. It hurts my eyes, and it's bound to hurt others' eyes. I thought that my drone had been recording in 60 frames a second, but I guess not. And I'm like, oh, if I just slow it down, it'll be 30 frames. No, it's now 15. Slightly better than the original Ocarina of Time. And I tried to do some smoothing with the program, but it didn't. No bueno. Didn't work. So now that I've streamed 1,000 times, Okay, broadcasting 4 minutes. Yeah, that's about right. That's perfect. Okay, cool beans. I even looked up how to smooth out video, and they're like, yeah, absolutely, you can do it. Buy this new software. I'm like, well, I don't have time to sit down and do stuff like that right now. I just want to get into it. As we progress and we get more unlockables, such as figuring out how to do stuff, then we can do that stuff. But as of now, I think my graphics card's going to be working here in a little bit. I have various clips. I was taking these clips and trying to make like a background overlay like I had in the past, and then I got into like, well, this person owns this piece of this picture, this intellectual property, and I wanted to, you know, they said you can use it, just leave, like, make sure you give credit. And then I didn't want to risk not giving credit or having the credit that was on the picture be covered up by like an avatar or something. And so Brain was smart. Brain said, you know what, I have a pilot's license. You know what else? I have a drone. Oh, and you know what else? What else? I have all this cool footage from all those things. Why don't we combine all of that cool stuff and do that instead of not doing that? And I thought that would be the way to go. And so that, you know, it is. Now I just gotta sit down and actually do it. Brain has been looking at the stuff that I'm going to do and not clicking the buttons because it's been so incredibly focused on talking. And now I have a phone call, so she'll mind me real quick. Maybe like 5 minutes, probably less. Not even that, maybe a minute. There we go. What's going on, man? Waifu's, I think Waifu's in the chat somewhere. Yeah, that's them's the breaks with being on call for a large part of the United States. You get constant phone calls. I was up like every hour last night. People calling, machines calling. This is broken. Yeah, I know that's broken. There's like 27 other things of that are broken that have to do with that particular breakage that I can't do anything about. My dude. 2 in the morning. And then 3 in the morning, machine calls again. Hello, something else is broken. I am machine. Press 1 if you got this notification. Like, yes, I'll check it in the morning. And then by the time I wake up in the morning and check it, it's cleared already. Just leave me be. So I'm gonna try to see if I can capture this video editing software here. And then we can go through how we're doing this. We're setting stuff up today. How is all of this stuff? Is that all good? Let me see. New. Like twice. Okay. I'm gonna close this because that's my fault. Oh, thank you. I need to hydrate. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna try to capture this program, and then we're gonna set up some video stuff, and then we're gonna set up some emotes. Went to the store, was hungry. I was just gonna go grab some Jack in the Box, and Wifu was like, "What about this restaurant right here that we went to once, loved it, and never went back years ago?" And I said, "Yes, let's go there." And so I pull into like the parking lot, and they got this like weird dip, and then it almost tore off the bumper. We had to like push the bumper back on. I'm like, oh shit, I don't like that. Rip bumper. Bumper's okay. You know that little flap you got like on the bottom of the car in the front? Some people have it, some people don't. On like lower cars, that kind of like, it's like an air buffer. That scraped a lot. It was major scrapage. So we got game capture. I don't know if I want to use this particular. Let's see, Art, let's go over here. No, I don't want to use this one because infringerinos supposedly. And it looks like poopy right now, so let's just go back to the other one. and use what we got with what we have. Shortcut, capturing that. There we go. Overlay, where'd you go? There you go. There you are. Very good. So I'm going to attempt to do this. This was the original one. I'm going to throw that onto the storyboard here, see if I can reverse this. There's the reverse button. Best file type. I'm going to just dump it here. Yeah, replace. Oh, hold on. What do you mean it's already there? No, I don't want to replace it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Why is it down there? It's a very weird place to put this. All right, we'll open this one in the program again. I kind of want to just not do this and do something else. Oh, is that... See, that's what I don't like. Like, if you keep it like War Thunder is all right because it does it within like lower tiers with lower tiers, but it's like you're just feeding the guys who've been playing for a long time if they do that. It's not really any fun, not really any fair. So instead of reversing this, I think I'm just gonna do a different thing. I have a bunch of clips that I'm gonna kind of mash together and see if I can slow it down slightly so it's not a terrible clipping issue. No, I don't want to cancel that. Let me see. So is this the original? I think this is the original. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's the original. I'm going to close this other one, and then I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to blend it in there, and we're just going to have a loop of all the different little background cool places that I've been, stuff that I've gone to. Let me check all of the files here. I think this one's fine. This one's a little fast, actually. This is gonna make people sick. Maybe not that one. Like, flying a drone and trying to take smooth, slow video is a lot harder than you would think. The thing is fast. Very jerky. You have to, like, push your thumb on the control stick. Like, remember Banjo-Tooie? All the fun stuff that we did with that? That was fun. Alright, so this one, I'm going to take this one, definitely. I'm going to take this one and put that into the... I'm going to use this clip here. Put that in Shortcut. Open it up. Can I just drag it directly into the... Yeah, I can. Perfect. I'm going to actually set up a third monitor, because this is... I need a streaming monitor. Which I have. Let me do that. Boom. Done. Streaming monitor got. I am going to not duplicate these things. Where's the, how do I minimize? Display settings. 3 separate monitors. Do not extend those two. Only on 2. Keep changes. Do not duplicate these. We don't want to duplicate. We want to extend. The desktop. Okay, yes. Windows. Windows has a very weird way of setting all of this up that I kind of don't like. Identify monitors. Monitor 1 is going to be main display, where you got to keep setting settings like 30 times before it'll actually take. And then monitor 3 is, I don't want to disconnect that. I want to extend the display to that desktop. Now that my desktop is refreshed like 35 times. Put this monitor over here. Actually, this is like right in the middle. Okay. Now that that's all good and dandy, I have to actually go back because it oh, bar brooch. Go swim free, little fishy. Live your best life. Need to go back to the display settings once again. Oh wait, oh, it rearranged everything. That's cool. Windows. Maybe stop trying to be super happy helpful. Oh, apply. I understand. It was a user skill error. Where is my mouse? Here it is. One cool thing about having multiple desktops is, or screens, is that you can lose your mouse and not know where it is. Make the main display my main display. Okay. And then close it. Are we good? I think we're good. Put your Streamlabs over here. Right here. Okay. Perfect. How's the audio? Audio good, guys? I got air conditioner running today. It's another air conditioner day. As always. Always need air conditioner day. And then I think this clip here, I want to trim it a little bit because it was jerky, lurky jerky. Right there. Here, and then just blend it. Just blend it. A little bit. There we go. See, this is the smoothness that I wanted. The other one didn't quite do that. Dissolve. Barn door vertical. What does that do? That's cool. What's going on? Apex is fun. You know what? This Tuesday, I'm going to get the better internet. I will be able to actually lurk on people's stuff and stream at the same time. If I try to do that now, it destroys the stream and it makes it's not good for anybody. 12 is like a tight pipe. It's like having a cool race car and then using it like a drinking straw for the exhaust and the intake. It's not, doesn't work. Appearance, put the dock on the other side. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. I got my chat is now on the right side where it should be by default. It's usually on the left because that's where I sit so I can read it, but now it's on a different monitor. So different side. Now it's next to me. You're close to me, chat. Come on, sit next to me right here. Hop on in. Popping on in. Is that we all good here? Should be good. All right. So we got that. Let me look for yet another video I can put into that loop. Oh yes, Santa Monica Pier. Don't open it up in that screen. Open up in this screen over here. So I'm like, instead of using other people's clips and risking like not being able to give credit, let me just use my own clips. All right, I have the pilot's license thing. I have the drone. I have the clips. Why not? It's a 4K freaking drone. Just use what you have. And so Brain was like, yeah, that's a good idea. I'm like, oh. And that's where I stopped last night. I had to stop, get some sleep. On call on the weekend is kind of the worst. The other guys they're cool. Like if you reach out to help, people will help. But you know, it's kind of just implied that you'll be able to do everything on your own. And sometimes you can't. Let me see, that it's kind of fast. I don't know if I want to use that clip. That's a fast clip. I don't want people getting, that's the main complaint I get from my parents. You jerk it too fast. I can't see what's going on. Slow down there, skipper. Like I can't, Mom. It's like, it's a millimeter of play that this thing just jerks. It's fast. It's so fast. This is the one right here. This is a good clip. It is 453. Okay, right here. Pop that in. And then, so this is what we're gonna try to do for like the background stuff. Just to have something going on in the background, you know? Oh, and also I found out yesterday that I don't actually need to like sit there for half an hour to move the picture sideways 1 pixel over the span of like a half an hour to an hour. Photoshop has like this own little thing that is built in that'll do that for you, which I didn't really realize. Hold on, let me trim this a little bit so that's not. Get the motion going right there. That's fine. Let's redo that. That's fine. I like that. It's kind of like just stillness. Stillness is good. Calming, relaxing stillness. Everyone needs stillness in their lives. Without stillness, one could not sleep. Like imagine you start to fall asleep and you like your body just starts moving. That happens sometimes. The jerkin. Bring the music up a little bit. Kind of balance my audio levels out there. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Right there. Okay. All right. Let's look for another vidya. I'm gonna have at least a couple minute loop, which looks like we're at already. That one. This one's kind of fast though. I don't know if I want to have a fast video on here for something in the background. It's gonna like be disruptive. I did a couple of these scenes here at the beach. Let me mix some other stuff in. This one's a good one right here. This one's perfect. It's 486. And then we can put this in the stream. This is like live updates. You're seeing this as it happens. It's kind of cool. What kind of transitions do y'all like? I got some transitions here at my disposal. Waterfall horizontal. What is that? That looks good. Ooh, I heard a thump. The hell was that? Air conditioner, you alright? If you die, I die. So you just stay. Okay, there it goes. Live, please. So with the drone, you can record sound with it. There's an option for that. It's got a mic. I don't record the sound with it because all you hear is. So I save the space. I save the file size and all that good stuff, and I just don't have the annoying noise, and it works out. Some drones, they're good. It's pleasant again, temperature wise. Well, good for you. Well, that's good. That's good. Like I'm tempted. Like if I didn't have family here, everything's so expensive. Like there's so many different things that go against you here. If I could find, like, if I could take this job, which if I could get a different position, is what I'm saying, for my current job, and transfer that back east, I could live like a king in a castle with cool weather. But I got family here, and I don't want to leave. Bye guys, I'm just gonna leave your asses here, just burn to death. No, I can't. Cannot bring myself to do such a thing for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. So we got like the various background scenes that most of the time you're probably not going to be able to see because it's going to have a game in front of it. That's good. That's nice. I like that. What's another one? This other one is the snow from the original. And then we have the pictures. Okay. So let me see this here. Snow. Let's put one in the front. Where's my keyboard? Let me see if I can take all this thing. The benefits of this program is free. Free and some features. So it's double free and you have some features. However, there's a lot of things it doesn't do good. It doesn't quite do these things good. So let me actually just destroy everything I did and do more professional, lay it out so I have a room. I make the same mistake when I play like construction games, stuff like that. I don't space things out quite right. Thanks, train. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's a loud one. That's a loud. Some of the trains, like I think somebody went up and like shoved a like a sponge inside the air horn or something because they go like, which is really, it's a quiet enough neighborhood. You don't need to have the loud train horn, but these trains run kind of far, so This was actually supposed to be in like a commercial. But we were at this here. There we go. Yeah, this was supposed to be in a commercial, but the thing that we were supposed to be recording wasn't there, so we couldn't do it. So we have another one. Is this one? Just move this direct. Oh, I can just move it directly over. That's good. That is efficient. Not the snow one. There's some more beach. Is it the same beach? 4, 5, 6. Yes, same beach. 4, 5, 5. Put it right here. And then the 4, 5, 3. Uh-oh. What happened to my program? Okay. Put that there. Put this over here. Put this one here. Uh-oh. Don't get yourself tangled up now. Just right in there, just like that. So yeah, as I said before, I want to keep the ads minimal. I don't want to ad blast you guys. Nidoran, I'm gonna try to catch you. I should put some commands in so that you guys know what to do. Okay, so to catch the Pokemon, if you haven't started this game or if you haven't done any of this, you have to do Poke Start, and it gives you some Pokeballs and this, that, the other. And then to catch the Pokemon, once it pops up, you do Poke Catch. If you run out of balls, you do Poke Shop, and then the ball, and then how many you want. Or you could just do Poke Shop, and it'll give you one Pokeball. And there's a whole like economy system and all that other cool stuff, which I'm still not entirely privy to. So did I get this? Got that. I didn't get the other one. Okay, let me get this one. All the different places that I've been. Right there. And all mine too, so I don't have to like pay out to anybody or risk infringerinos. And then is this is a different one. But this one's kind of fast. I don't know if I want this one in here to get people dizzy. Because this is making me dizzy. And it's at a good frame rate and everything. That's the problem with VR. If you don't have a good setup and you try to play the VR game and it's real laggy and kind of glitchy, you get motion sickness and then you get sick and you can't play. But you're like, oh, I want to have a good time. And so that's actually what happened to me. That's why I kind of stopped playing the new like Rogue Squadron, I think it is. Let me see. I want to blend the end in with the other end. I'll get to that. Let me blend these ends in first. So what do we got here? That goes from the beaches to the sea. Is this going slower than it should? No, it's fine. And then I don't want to go straight back to the beaches. I want to do... Well, we kind of have to, huh? We don't have enough clips. Like, I have a bunch of footage, but I don't have a lot of not jerky footage. But even that's a little bit jerky. Undo. Minimal transition. A little bit. Cut. What does cut look like? Oh, it just cuts. That's like useless. I don't want that. If I'd wanted that, I just left it the way it was. I got the Nidoran, everybody. I'm so happy. So many more possibilities in my life have opened up. I want to thank my mom for teaching me the Pokemon. That's kind of cool. And then this, hey, don't fight with me, program. Ask Streamlabs what happens when they fight with me. Get uninstalled, and then they get reinstalled. Wipe their memory. Iris circle? Let's see what that looks like. There's a rip there in that microwave dish. I need to get that fixed before the snow season hits again. It's cool. Then these transitions, how long are these? That's fine. Do a dissolve there. And this one's gonna be super quick. Quick! We'll do a super quick transition. Of what do we want? Clock top? Let's do clock top. Cool. That is well. That is fine. And then once this is done, we'll put this in the background. We'll just shove it there, and then we'll start on some emotes. And then once all that stuff is done, then we can actually do some games. I got a game. A mortuary assistant simulator. Supposed to be a spoopy game. Spoopy, very scary. We'll see. And then that'll lead us out to the other thing. Oh, okay, so this is my plan for this. I kind of screwed this up. But if you think about it, no, I didn't. I can just cut it from here. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. Because I can't cut from the end and move this forward. It does weird things in this program. Like, this program's all right, but after long hours of editing with this thing, I wouldn't, like, if I were doing editing full time, I would not use this program. You get to the point every like 15 minutes or so, the program will crash. And you have to like just keep saving throughout your work. Can I paste, please? How do I paste? Paste. There we go. And so that we can transition that way. And then this will be, what do we want to do? Barn door vertical. Okay. What does that look like? How does this please you? And then that leads to there. And that's the end of the clip. But then when it begins again, right at the beginning, it'll just cut straight to there, so the loop is complete. All right, that's good. Send it. Send it, and then we'll see how we like it later. Backgrounds, full drone. Yeah, company treats me good. It's a little rough out there for everybody. It's kind of tough. It's getting tough. Like there's a lot of stuff to do at work. But you know, I'd rather be here than most anywhere else. Even with like the working odd hours, it's like weird stuff. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. Like the stuff, like the ads that you see on the side. That's what I wanted. I didn't want something that popped up in the middle. Like you go to ask streamer question, and he's like, "What do you think about the current state of this, that, and the other?" And you go, "Well, I think, hey, would you like to stop on into Amazon.com? Come on into Amazon.com. You can get all kinds of cool stuff." And that's what I think about the current state of that. Next question. And then it just totally gets overlapped. So I wanted to have like ads that were like as least intrusive as possible. And I think I accomplished this goal. Like have an ad at the beginning, minimal time. I'm a firm believer ever since I was little. You want to like just sell a bunch of little stuff for a little bit instead of trying to sell one big thing for like a bunch of money and retiring. Like just do a little bit at a time. It's gonna be like winning the lottery if you don't. It's kind of hard. Yeah, you did. You missed a Nidoran. I caught it. I don't know if we can trade in this game. Is that possible? I cannot believe right now. Hold on. I cannot believe. Let me just say this, that I have been streaming for 36 minutes. Time goes by so quickly when you guys are here. You have no idea. It's a good thing. Let me, instead of just staring at that, let's stare at something else. Game capture. Where is that other program? Oh, here it is. Can I even capture this? It's my NZXT cam software. I don't know if I can capture this even. Let me see. How about I just add another capture device? Window capture. Yep. Photoshop? No, I want to add a new one. Just window capture. Window. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's cool. CPU is going. Yep. It is going. Eventually we'll be done with this clip. This is like a high def clips. So even with 3090, this is, let me see. This clip, this clip, this clip, this clip, and this clip. It's like 3.5 gigs for almost 6 minutes. It's not bad. I would slow it down more, but it's gonna make it real jerky if I do that. So I don't want to do that. So yeah, let's. You know what we can do? Let's do this. Let's dive into this other thing that we were gonna do before. Emotes. What kind of emotes you guys want? I got a couple things. I'm working on a hype emote. Let me switch it up to capture that. Oh, it's gotta start the program first, yeah. Okay. Where is the program? Yeah, let's just do another window capture. Photoshop, add the source. Boom, there. A little big. There you go. and then make it good. Oh, you know what? Stupid me. Look at me. BRB screen on the screen. This entire time. Unprofessional streamer. Alright. Yeah, I can't believe that survived that long up there. I was looking right at it too. Too distracted. So we have hype. We're gonna try to do something with this. And make some of these things. My idea. Let me put this other program here so that I can see it. 50%, almost done. I want to make a like underscoring, right? If I can. Phil is gonna be, hey Phil. Phil. Hey, it's me, Phil. It's a little small. Aren't you a little short to be a Jedi? Alright, so let's bigger weight. Way bigger weight. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Yeah, there you go. Thickums. Thicky Odo, I choose you. No stroke. Strokes are bad. Get your exercise. Don't have a stroke. Red on the outside. Alright. I was thinking about this last night, how I was going to do this too. I thought wrong. There we go. I'm gonna mangle it a little bit. Make it look poopy. Oh man. Yeah, you experienced in the ways, huh? I had a thing happen that I swear to God I thought it was a stroke back in 2018, 2019? 2019. Due to some, pills that they were like, yeah, take these pills, doctor. If it were somebody else telling me to take the pills, I probably wouldn't take the pills. But it was a doctor, so doctor said this good. You take the pill, and it later on was like, hey, like within a week of taking these things regularly, it's like, hey, I'm having heart palpitations. Is that supposed to happen? It's like, oh yeah, it's fine. Unless you actually pass out, you're fine. Which right there should have been the red flag to be like, no, fuck this, right? But no, I wanted to, be the good boy, take the pill. So did that for about a month. And then one day I woke up, started reading the good book. And then all of the words on the page just turned to the, like Peanuts gallery. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like I said that, right? But it didn't come out like, oh, that's funny. It came out, I'm like, okay, something's fucking wrong. Something's very fucking wrong. So I turned to Wifu, sitting next to me. And I'm like, hey, but it didn't come out. Hey, it came out with it. So I stand up and I go to the window and I like open it up thinking like maybe sunlight will help, right? I'm like, fuck, this isn't good, right? So long story short, like I'm starting to panic. Realize very quickly panic's not going to help anything. Start to like slow down like the heart rate, and then gradually the words started to like reform. And I like just tell her like, I'm like, help me. And she like kind of laughs because she thinks I'm messing around. And so I like throw on some clothes. I'm like, hospital. And so we pile into the car, and she still thinks that we're going out like to eat somewhere, right? It's like having no idea that something's wrong. And I get up to the counter, I'm like, I think I just had a stroke. And they like check me all in. They'd run a bunch of tests, blood tests, brain tests, like 2 different brain scans, all this shit. Like, provided this event happened, it took like, the whole thing was over like 10 seconds, something like that. No sign of any kind of brain damage, which I doubt that. But no sign of anything. Still to this day, I don't know what it was. I did some research. I went to see a neurologist. They're like, yeah, we don't know. Did some research on Google of all things, and it was like, yeah, it could have been like a what do you call it? A silent migraine, which They had somebody, a news reporter, had the thing like live on TV where she just started speaking gibberish, and it was kind of like that. All right, so I'm thinking maybe that's all it was. Like I have some difficulty speaking after that, but not like, it's not really noticeable. Like if I talk too fast, words get jumbled up, but that kind of happened. That's kind of how my brain was. Anyway, oh, there's Wifu. Hi, Wifu.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, damn it. Mudsdale. What is a Mudsdale? Damn. Oh, well. So I don't think it was a stroke, but it... I now have sympathy more for people who have experienced such things. Would not recommend that to worst enemy. It's not a cool thing. Is this bent up enough yet? It's not quite.
What's this Pokemon thing?
Pokemon, you want a Pokemon? Hey, you want some Pokies?
A Pokemon in your chat.
Get in the ball.
Game?
Yes, it's a new game. Seen it on other chats. I'm like, you know what? This is cool.
I feel like you should only have only 50.
Why? Let people live. Let people have the good Pokey. How's that? How's that look, Waifu?
Why is it covering my head?
I'm gonna fix that. That's gonna be mitigated here.
Okay.
Let me mitigate that now, okay? So that Waifu doesn't have a conniption fit. Rotate 180? Is that better?
I think the other way's better.
Other way's better? Okay. Why is there like a weird dimple right here? It's odd.
Did you connect it there or something?
Did I do what now?
Did you connect it there?
No. And before I rasterize it, let me
Rasterize.
rasterize. That means it stops becoming the shape and it becomes more like a picture. So I can't. Its values, its properties change. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to destroy that. This is already destroyed. Yeah, go ahead and rasterize it then. Which is why I didn't want to do that. But that's fine. This is not the final thing. We have some other steps to take. Mouse, what are you doing? Mouse is starting to, I think the battery's starting to die on this mouse. Which the last time that happened, do y'all remember? That was an interesting episode of War Thunder. Just land the plane roughly into the ground, straight down. Let me change this out here in the back. Background. Snow background. Properties. Now, I don't know if this is gonna try to synchronize. What I've found out is that if you put stuff up like as layers in Streamlabs OBS, it syncs it to the cloud. I would rather it not sync it to the cloud right now. And it's kind of self-aware of that fact. It was like, we're syncing things. You might not want to stream. And I'm like, no, I want to stream. And it's like, all right, bitrate poor. So I waited for it to do all that stuff. So maybe it'll sync afterwards. It should be sentient enough. Should be good. How's that audio? Y'all are allowed to yell at me if needed. Yeah, air conditioner is a must-have here. Cannot survive without this thing. At least one, maybe two. I got two going right now. It is literally just that hot. Smooth it. Shift the edge in a little bit. I don't know if I want to feather it though. Contrast 50. Anybody else get that OCD? They need to have like the good even number. 13, if you turn the volume of your car radio to 13, make that 15. It's you know, it's closer. Oh, too loud, you say? Oh, turn it back down to 10. 12 is kind of acceptable, I guess. If it's something that there's like a very big differential between the different volumes, then that's fine. Select pixels. You know what? We're gonna duplicate. Let's duplicate this layer. I don't care what the naming is. Select those pixels. Change. Let's color it first. And I think we had, what was the other one? Purple? Like a pink purple kind of a thing. And then we're gonna take more off of that edge. Everyone needs a little friend. Bob Ross. Smart radius. Enabled. I have another screen open that you can't see. Whenever you have like a pop-up window in Photoshop, it doesn't capture that. Which is fine, I guess, but you just can't see what I'm doing. Okay. And I want to take some more off of that. It's still too big. Oh. Bunga bunga. Hold on. This is not... I don't want that. Refine edge. Mudsdale escaped. Smooth it out further. A little more feather on this, and then shift the edge down. Yeah, there we go. Smart radius? Yeah. Get down like that. Maybe a little more. Move. Man. I'm hoping you're doing okay. I had my grandpa had kind of the same thing happen. It's not cool to have happen. I can you know, I mean, you know better than any of us. Did they say why, or do they know why, or is it just one of those things? It seems like some people, like it's worse for some people than others. It happens to more people more often than others. I really wish it didn't. I mean, one little thing, you know. Ooh. Yeah, the brain is so weird. It's so weird. Like, we don't even know everything there is to know about the brain. We probably know more about our ocean than we do about the human brain. Kind of scary. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Like, I don't know how to approach stuff like that, because some people are kind of like, they don't like to talk about it, and then other people are like, you know, they're more open to it, I guess. So I try to tread lightly. I don't want to. A perfect man is one who doesn't offend anyone. So I don't want to, you know, bring up stuff that maybe people don't want to talk about. If people want to talk about it, that's another story. Is this ever gonna get smaller? Ew. It's all right. This is okay. Once it gets small enough, you're not gonna be able to see it. But yeah, it's for all of our medical prowess, all the cool things. We're not, you know, we're humans still. We can't fix everything. We're getting there. We're trying to, as a race of humans. But we're not quite there yet. I wish we were. Honestly, I really wish we were. There's too many things out there, and it seems like we're not really like getting rid of the things. Like, it seems like every time we turn around, there's like another thing that pops up that we got to deal with, and it's like, is there no end to these issues? I don't understand. Duplicate this layer again. Pop it up here. And then this one I really want to whittle down completely. Completely. Edge. Well, hopefully my stream is somewhat relaxing. Is a chill, good experience. It's really kind of what I'm going for right now. We can get into the cool games, but sometimes, like, if you go hard all the time, like Harrison 4 on the floor. I heard that somewhere once, like Harrison floorboards on the floor, and it just kind of stuck with me. But sometimes it's good to relax. Yeah, see, that's the thing with surgery, man. I spent like 95% chance. I don't blame you for not wanting to take the surgery. I'm assuming that was your choice. I mean, if you choose to take it, I'm not going to say anything against that. That's your choice. But I'm assuming, which is bit me in the ass sometimes. But yeah, that's at that point. It's like the doctors are telling you should not do this. Is from my experience with different family medical issues and stuff like that. Oh, feather. Oh, there we go. Why didn't I do that before? Right there. Is that too much? No, there's a little bit there. Shift it more? Yeah, it's right there. Perfect. And it's, I don't know. What can we say about such things? They're there. It's one of those life things. Rather they not be, but okay, see, there we go. I got my own little thing going on now. I have this thing the last couple days, right ear will just like go deaf and then start ringing and then return to normal. It seems to be happening more often, so not sure what's going on with that. That might be another visit to the place. Let me look that up right now. Actually, I found, like, we're doing research. Like, I've had relatives with like cancer, stuff like that. Doing research kind of, I don't know, it's a little soothing to kind of know what you're dealing with. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, that looks like something that would be hard to fix without damaging other things. Oof. Anything to do with like the brainstem is like, I'm not like medical inclined. I can fix things. I can, like, that's why I'd prefer like to do like repair stuff like that, stuff that I can, if I break it, then oh well, I can just go out and buy a new one. If it's really expensive, then oh well, it's gonna be really expensive to buy a new one. Human body, that kind of scares me a little bit. And props to doctors and stuff that can do that stuff and do it well. Like you're making the world a better place. That's beyond me. I have some decent skill sets, but that's not one of them. I can put a bandage on my ripped open skin. That's about it. I can also pull ingrown hairs. That's a thing too. But other than that, no, I can't. So yeah, I mean, good job, doctors, right? Or where would we be without them? There are some doctors that, I've run into. Maybe they've had a bad day. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Oh damn, another one escaped. You little bastard. You know what, slacking? Go on, live your best life, Pokey. But yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I'm not here to make money. It'd be nice, but you know what? I'm here because there's like issues with the world. People need like stuff to watch, something to do. And if I could be, oh shit, I screwed it up. If I can like help alleviate that. I mean, if it's just boredom, honestly. Whatever pleases you. If I can make someone happy, absolutely. This is all jacked up. I screwed this up. I want this to be like at an angle. But I don't know what angle to do. So do you have like coping mechanisms? Maybe like somebody else is going to watch this later. I'm always a proponent for like, if you have good insight, maybe someone else can use that insight. There's too many like threads, even just like stupid shit. Like my computer crashed, and then people are like, "Did you look it up on Google?" I'm like, "Yeah, I couldn't find anything." It's like, "Well, go look it up again." It's like, "What the hell? Help your fellow man here, my dudes, please." So how do you like? How do you cope with such thing? Because I would have no idea how to do that. I'm like assuming it's some like it took time. I don't imagine it to be like just an easy thing. Cold showers on head, really? Okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard that. Okay. See, because like, okay, of all the stupid things, right? From Pokemon, there was this one episode where the Psyduck had like the headaches all the time, and Misty was like, "Don't drink cold water because it'll give you headaches." But I don't know if that's quite true. Because I drink sometimes I'll have cold water just like coincidentally with a headache, and that it doesn't seem to hurt. So I wonder, like, maybe speaking of which, where's my water? Oh, I just ran my head straight into the mic. If anybody heard that, I'm so sorry. I hope I have enough audio repression to have not had that be a loud jarring noise. And this water is absolutely lukewarm. I need to get into that habit of like hydrating with better quality water. I have like the filtration and all that, but the temperature is still icky. I'm thinking we throw like a like a black border around these. Duplicate layer. Yeah, just duplicate it. Put it on the top. How are we gonna do that? Select pixels. Oh, I know. Hold on. Shift edge. 25. And then just turn this into like complete dark. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? Do this instead. Cold showers. I hear that like cold showers are good for other things as well, not just headaches, but it like helps to like cold shower in the morning. I heard it was like good for like discipline, I guess. Just like not really medical things, but like just to discipline yourself to be able to take cold showers, and then you're like more productive during the day. I take showers at night, so I don't know how well that works. So yeah, let's kind of throw that out there. Do people take showers at night? Are you guys like morning people? Or you just not take any showers at all? Sometimes I just don't. Like I'm having a rough day, I'll just crawl into bed all filthy, and I'm like, I don't care. I hate everything. Crawls into bed. Select pixels. I don't think I selected enough pixels. Shift edge. Make it bigger. Where's my, here it is. Okay. Who messaged me? What's going on? In the middle of, yeah. Right in the middle of. So there's a pole somewhere in LA, in Los Angeles, that caught fire and damaged a bunch of equipment. Oops. That's not good. All right, right there. And then just a dark, just that, yeah. Make it big. There we go. That's what I want right there. Does that work? 'Cause I want some separation. I don't want it to blend into the other thing. Oh, it looks good. This is gonna be like almost one emote done. I just have like 10 more to go. I'm not gonna do all of them today. I don't think I'm gonna have time. Wifu has put a hard stop at like 2:30. We got to do the guinea pigs liners. We gotta clean those guys out like twice a week. The little poop machines. And then what else? We had like general like laundry, you know, stupid stuff, human things. Duplicate this layer. So for your headaches, does it okay, let me see if I can speak the good words here. I do that a lot. I don't know why. Like my brain is moving a little bit faster than my words. Let me just start over. Let me just start everything over. Hello, I'm Streamer. Welcome to the stream. Does taking like Tylenol or any kind of like a headache medicine, does that help with those? I see. Yeah, which is another catch-22 that we have in this universe. The thing that helps, not allowed to take because other people kind of ruined it for everybody. Whether it's the people who took it or the people who telling you not allowed to take it. I leave that up to your discretion. But at some point, I'm a firm believer in every traffic jam starting with somebody who has ruined it for the rest of the freeway. Just be a decent person, please. Just be decent. So with mine, I'm almost certain that I have these silent migraines. I have what's called like an aura or like a halo effect, and I'll get it every so often. It's every like 3 or 4 months. It's not like every day. It's certainly not every day. If I wake up, I'll wake up sometimes, and sometimes it triggers if I see like a bright light or something like that. But sometimes it's just like I open my eyes. Just waking up is enough. And it starts with like, you know how like everyone's got it's like a blind spot. Like if I were to zoom in on the human eye, like a weirdo, and be like, where is it? Oh, hold on. Wrong layer. Oh, that's way too big. Well, I hope you don't have a blind spot that size. That would kind of fuck up your day, huh? No, smaller than that, please. I'm trying to do visual example with visual program. Boop. Oops, botched it again. Right there, okay. Imagine that's like the center of the eye, right? Photoshop, please. Generally, we don't notice. Okay, unless you're like, I've heard, like I first learned this from my mom. I think it was. She heard it from somebody who was like in the army. They taught you if it's nighttime and you're looking at somebody, look just to the side, because directly in the middle of your eye is like a blind spot. And I you know, that's absolutely true. And I've tried it and it works. So it's like that, like the blind spot in the center of your eye. It like, for me, these halos, like it starts to get bigger until it turns into like a ring, and then that original spot in the middle is fine, but it just makes like a ring and kind of goes bigger and bigger and bigger until you see them like remember the TVs back when we had like fuzzy TVs? It was like that, right? only it just gets bigger over the course of like sometimes an hour, and I just have to like stop everything. I can kind of keep going, read stuff, but I have to like move around, and it's really not worth it. Ooh, I just hurt too since the last stroke knocked half vision out in the left eye. Ooh, vision. I don't have vision on sides. I was born that way. Oh, like the peripheral vision and stuff like that. Like I was. I don't know. I was born a lucky star or something. Like my peripherals, like very, very good. Like I can just drive by somebody and kind of see them out of the corner of my eye without having to like turn or really move my eye at all. And that's like another lesson. Like what you have, don't take for granted. Sometimes I do, and I need to learn to not, because it's not cool. Hey, move this down. But yeah, that's kind of like the extent of these like silent migraines. So like it's supposed to be like a migraine super headache, but I don't feel it. I guess that would be for people who have actual like brain cells up there. That's probably not me. I got one good one that like works overtime to keep the rest of me going. Select the pixels, please. There you go. So I got this one here. What did we do last time? How did we fix this? Refine the edge. Smooth it out. No, don't smooth. Shift the edge. Shift the edge? Are we shifting the edge? Oh, we might be shifting the edge. I forgot. We can't see the edge because it's not selectable material. Up two, right there. All right. This one, color it all a dark color. You guys heard of Vanta Black? It's like this color that they, I don't know, you call it, I guess, invented or whatever. It's like the darkest color known to man. Like they paint objects with it, and you can't see the objects because it absorbs light. Like it's like a 99.9 of repeating percent light that doesn't get reflected, that it absorbs. So you have like a very, very, very teensy weensy tiny little percentage of light that gets reflected, but it's hardly anything that we can't even perceive the light. I think I'm gonna need to make this a little bigger. Or this a little smaller. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. Yeah. And then I remember looking at like articles and stuff like that, like see-through technology, like cloaking technology, not see-through technology. That's something else. It's a little weird. Metapod. You want to join the team, Metapod? Pokey catch. Get in the ball, Metapod. Ooh. Yeah, like it's not limited to just like coordination kind of a thing. There's like a lot of the brain that, like, I don't know how much of the brain is mapped or not mapped. That's the wrong button. But yeah, it's like there's like so much going on in the brain that we don't even know what's going on in there, and then try to like diagnose and fix. I don't know a whole lot about medical stuff. Like I know like basic things, like someone is not breathing, they should probably be breathing. Taking like, which reminds me now, I have to finish up this long ass CPR class at work. Voices and stuff. Yeah, see, like brain is I don't know how to describe the brain. It's like you can have so many different things that go on. Like, okay, so think of this. Like we have dreams and stuff. Like what if those dreams start to like mesh over onto conscious thinking? Like how would you even, how do we know this whole thing isn't a dream? Like At that point, like, you start to question everything. And I can see how that happened. If like parts of the brain weren't working right, like any number of possibility things are sure to like arise from this. Yeah, it's I hear you. Trying to go out and trying to, like, at least where I live, like, just driving down the road. There are so many. I was thinking about this today. There are so many people out there that are either like in a hurry, or they're mad at somebody, or they got something going on, or just having like a bad day, that it's hard to interact with like literally anybody without wanting to do a throat punch to the face. And it's, you know, you kind of got to get, oh hey, look, I screwed that up. And it's like the best thing you can do is just kind of give people the benefit of their, like, I mean, a couple weeks back I had a lady, and she was like 1/8 of a mile away. I pull out of my street. It's like a 35 mile an hour, you know, zone. And like by the time I pulled out of the street, she'd already been like right there. She was zooming, right? So I do the good thing. I move over, and she like almost runs me off the road to get around me. And so we get like up the road, and she like slams on the brakes in front of me. Like, what do you want, lady? You want to go, or you want to fight? It's like, what the fuck do you want from me? And she like starts throwing, like, she was so pissed off. Like, I did nothing. If anything, I helped her get to where she needed to go first. And then like later down the road, she like was stuck behind a bunch of cars, and then like, because she wanted to turn, and I was like going straight, and like I didn't even bother to look, because I didn't, you know, at that time I was pissed off. I'm like, I don't want to see ugly and stupid in the same thing. Like I was pissed, right? It's not the nicest thing to say, but at the time, you know, I was kind of pissed, and you gotta not let that ruin your day, because that was like gonna ruin my day. I was taking Wifu out for like a good meal and stuff like that, but I was like pissed. It's like, can we not just please, if you're in a hurry, fine, go. Don't make it a point like I'm in a hurry until I need to mess with you. That kind of pisses me off. That's where so many people what's up, Solo Blade? That's where like so many people, like this is like why hate breeds hate. It's like, if we can just like break this stupid cycle, like just give the person the benefit of the doubt. Like, most people that are born are not born all like angry and mad at the world. This is like learned. Like, I'm not gonna say everybody, because there are certain people, like I've heard stories that they were just little shits like right out of the box. Most people have to like learn this from other people, like through be it bullying or other crap like that. And it's like, if we can just like have like one generation where we just stop doing that, maybe we can get to like a somewhat decent place in the human race. Like, my guys, when is it gonna stop? It's like, it's I don't know. I don't want to tell people how to live their lives. Just live it nicely. Don't be mean to, you know. I've never seen this woman before. I've never done anything to you. And see, like tensions rise, and then people get pissed off at other people, and then it just like, it goes back and forth. If we can like maybe chill, and I get it. Everyone, including me, is stressed out. Like, shit at work, shit at home, shit, like just random shit. Streamlabs is like some like computer thing that is good one day and then bad the next, and I got to redo it. And so there's like this stressor. Like, if anybody has played RimWorld, every so often there's like this thing that happens. It's like a some kind of a psychic drone or something. It says like some kind of a the way it describes it is some distant engine of hate is stirring and projecting hatred toward the planet. It's like, I feel if that's not a thing, that's like definitely a thing right now with all the stuff that's going on. Like, I don't know. Everyone like just picks sides to everything. Like, if you're in sports, that's fine, that's good. But like other things, like people pick sides, and then like they don't even want to like what was that class that people would have, debate. There's like not really any debate anymore. Like, you go online, it's just like slinging mud at each other. Do we want to animate this emote? I leave this up to you, chat. What kind of emotes? This is here for your enjoyment. Kind of want to animate this. And there are different colors I can do. Maybe we'd do that. Like colors, but they also said there's like rules against that too. Like you cannot have flashing lights once every 3 frames or something. Which absolutely with what is the word? I know the words. I understand what I want to do. It's just the words are lazy. All my words have taken a day off. Epilepsy warning. You don't want to have, you know, bright flashing lights. We learned that with Pokemon really fast back in like the 90s. Like kids were like keeling over. It's like, what's going on? Bright flashy lights. Don't keep that to a minimal. Maybe we'll do that then. We won't have the flashy lights. We'll just move this around. How does that sound? So we'll have to make frame animations. You can have up to 60. I don't know how I remember that. Like my brain is good in some things, bad in others. Like I said before, if I have, where's my timeline? Here it is. If I meet somebody, I was like, hi, my name is Paul. This is where I live. By the time he's done, I will have forgotten what his name was and where he lived. Do I hear a phone? No, I don't. Okay. Create frame animation. Let's just start with the main. Let me save this actually too. Save this as a PNG so that I can go back to this later. Should I need to? Hype emote. Basic, I guess. Basic. So we do like a basic one. We'll do. Whoa, mouse! What are you doing? We'll do another one. This one's gonna be a GIF. Oh, you Solo Blade, your name was the exact same color, almost the exact same color as Streamlabs. I'm like, Streamlabs, what is that? Somebody hacked me. No, the world will never be the same because you know you get a trophy for being lazy, while the kid that put in the work gets the same trophy, and now every kid feels. See the words like coming out that don't match up with the words on the screen. I'm gonna try my best to do this again. Well, the kid that put in the work gets the same trophy, and now every kid feels entitled to hand out. Sad world nowadays. Yeah, it's like it's good that you guys are here. It's good that you guys are participating, but it kind of lessens it for everybody, and not everyone's gonna feel the exact same way as I do. I'm gonna put that out there right now. But you know what? I'm glad that you don't feel the exact same way that I do. I tend to agree with this thing that Solo Blade said. But if every single person believed the exact same thing, the exact same way, if everyone liked burgers, there would be no more burgers. Like, I am glad that everyone is different because you know how much of a boring place it would be? The problem is we need to do it in moderation, right? Like if I think differently than you, I'm not gonna go over to your house with a hammer and like jack up your mailbox and poop on your lawn. No, it's like just that person is this way because they were made this way. That's what they believe. That's the sum of their experience growing up is what made them who they are. And for me to be like, no, that's not right, is to like try to invalidate like every single thing that they've ever like come into contact with, like to make them think like that. You might as well just say, hey, your life is a lie. And obviously it's not because they were there and I wasn't. So it's like, it's like that's where the debate part comes in. It's like, if we can just like debate nicely, right? We're not all gonna think the exact same thing always. And if we want to hang out with people that think the same way, that's fine. But we should all be able to mesh as well. Like gears in a car, there are several different gears in a car or transmission, and they all have to mesh with the other gears, and they all get along, unless you're playing SnowRunner, and then the fucking thing breaks because you left the diff lock on a hard surface. But that's different. That's completely different. We're not going to go into that. This is devolved into hatred for SnowRunner, which we can all agree on at some point. It just is. I have a clip. I'm gonna play this clip right now. Hold on. Let me mute the music down a little bit. Let me show this clip. This is part of the reason why the SnowRunner thing is like relevant. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Something that had happened in SnowRunner that like has reared its ugly little head again. And this is exactly the reason why I do not trust SnowRunner. Especially while going far, getting a load and coming back with it. It's like an effort and futility sometimes. Where's my clips? The old wiggle waggle, where is it? Truck, broken truck. Truck made it. Here we are.
Aren't you know?
All right.
Ooh, up.
Here it is.
Do up, boo up.
We hear that? Hold on. I don't want to give it away. All right. Where's the sound for this thing? Did we hear that sound? Media source. Please, I just wanted to make this a cool little thing. Yeah, there it is. Media source.
Aren't you know? Ooh, up.
Can y'all hear that?
Do up, boo up.
Why can't I hear that? Oh, because it's not. Okay.
Yeah, it should be good. I think this kind of burns an unreasonable amount of fuel, but
Baby me.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
An error has occurred.
Like what?
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's a Twitch clip. What the hell was that?
And this is why.
Fuck, game. Fuck you. What the shit? Why?
All that way. Effort wasted. And like, I mean, it wasn't really wasted. It was on stream. It made somebody laugh. What pisses me off is when I'm doing this by myself. No recording, no nothing. And then I'm like, well, fuck, that's a loss to the world. I'm going to tell somebody and they'll be like, you're bullshit. Prove it. I'm like, oh, well. Guess not. They are like, I feel like every bug, like same thing with the human life. Let me check the audio over here. I jacked some things up. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's like we're running into more problems. Like, where are these problems coming from? Is somebody like way out in the ocean, like they have a problem factory, right? And they just like attach it to a stork's butt and send it out there to be problems to people. It's like, ugh. I'm gonna like my job is fixing problems, so I you know, I don't say that I don't give a shit either way, but I would rather there not be the problems. Like if we can get to a point. Oh shit, hold on. Oopsie whoopsie. If we can get to a point in the human race where we have just less problems, like remember when Star Trek was a thing? Like, oh yeah, perfect society. We have eliminated homelessness. We have eliminated poverty. Alien lives all coming together. And now it's like, I can't even fucking charge up my car or get gas. Some people have the electric cars, I don't. But we're pushing for electric on a grid that we, you know, are being told not to run the AC because it's not enough electricity. I really botched this up. What am I doing? Brain, come on. Be functional. Carablast. What the hell is Carablast? Yeah, it has gotten better. It has gotten better, but when it happens, it's oof. Oof, the hatred is strong for the game. Hatred, I have a firm belief that everything kind of has a time and a place. Just about everything. There are some things obviously do not have time and places, like certain like super, you know, violent crime. That doesn't really have a place. But I'm a firm believer in hatred being used for Vigigame. And Photoshop. Photoshop, what are you doing? Why are we not? Okay, that's that frame. I'm modifying this frame, yes. Nope. You're modifying both frames. Why are we doing that? Let me delete this. Sometimes you just gotta close everything and reopen everything, right? I'm gonna try to mitigate this so that I don't have to do that. Carablast, what's Carablast? I'm gonna get in the Pokeball. Get in the ball. Oh, you son of a bitch. That was a split second. The Pokemon already escaped. No, it's because I typed it in. You see that? Oh. Yes. Good. It's fine. There are worse things. This is my journey that I'm currently taking with frustration. Is there are worse things. What's something's going on here with. Okay, so if I try and turn this way, why are all of them like that? Let me close this and let me start again. Maybe something broke. I would not be surprised that something were to break in 16 plus year old Adobe program. Fine, Carablast, you go live your best life. Let's do another animation. Let's try it again. That's all we can do. Let's just try again. So this one, merge down. I guess we can merge all of those down, huh? You know what? No. I want the hype to be separate, because if it goes in front, I want it to be like in front. Like cool little layer, right? Okay. Did you move both ones? Again, you moved it again. Why are you doing that? Are there any experts in Photoshop in here? Glitch Post would know. Glitch Post would know exactly what the problem is. Like, oh yeah, you gotta change your setting, flip the thing, or get the who what's it? I'd be like, okay, yes, thank you so much. And then I'll go look it up and feel stupid while I'm doing it. Once, 3 times. What does this do? Oh, that's a timeline. We don't want a timeline. We want the other one. Yeah, that one. Something happened. Something bad happened. Hold on. So, okay. This is now performing differently from every other time I've used this program for some reason. It did it again. Let me think about this here real quick. I did some mistake was made somewhere. If we move everything, let's see, let me move this up. Please, Photoshop. What are we doing? Photoshop, what are you doing? Is it broken? Streamlabs, what are you doing? I'm gonna move this up, but I can't. Maybe I opened the wrong thing here. Let me see. Timeline. Okay. That's another thing. When you are working on a thing and it changes from day to day, that's another. Remember when I was talking about the frustration thing? That's like the frustration aspect. It's like you didn't do this before. Why are you doing this now? Maybe a setting got changed somewhere. Let me see. New layers visible in all frames. Hold on. Maybe that's it. Undo. Close. Delete that frame. Create new layer. All new layers. Okay. Because sometimes I hit this keyboard like I don't have like a desk. Oh man, that's messy. I have the keyboard like on my lap, which is probably. There we go. Adding to the issues. What are we doing? Oh, it stays that way. Sorry, my mistake. That's a skill error. All right, so next frame, I want to move this and this. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Oh man, choking on my own spit. So that also didn't work. New frame, convert, no. Huh. Let me close the program and reopen it. Let me just try that. I don't know if I tried that yet. I think I did, but let me try it again. Because that shouldn't be happening. The whole animation thing I did, I think it was yesterday, the day before, maybe. That turned out fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Okay. So now next frame, we do a bunch of like poopy, right? The next frame, it did that on all the frames. Huh. Is it me? Did I do something wrong? I feel like I did something wrong here. I haven't changed anything. Propagate frame, maybe? Let me see. Okay, just... yeah, whatever. It's not updating, I don't know why. I hope I don't have to reset all of everything for this. Delete animation, and then delete this animation too. Just undo everything till... there we go. Okay. Create an animation. Maybe it's because... let's do 1 second at a time. Oh. Yeah, we're not going to be able to make emotes without this. Like, at least the moving ones. Let me look this up really quick. That's so weird. Photoshop not let me see. Animation not working. I don't know how to even ask the question. And that's the problem with sometimes you don't even know what to ask. Photoshop timeline menu is not showing all of the panels. Okay. Create new layer for each frame. Unselect that and select new layers visible in all frames. Okay, that's... I was kind of getting... Okay, so that is definitely that. Why is it not working? Create frame animation button. Center panel before you can click convert button in the lower left. Photoshop can't switch between the two if it doesn't know which kind of animation to begin with. Let's see. Lower left. Lower left. Once. 3 times. Oh, just what? Okay, here, hold on. Forever is going to be... okay. Not dispose. The what? Automatic? Okay. That's the other thing. Sometimes I move stuff in Photoshop and it won't. Oh, hey, wait, hey, look at this. Oh, look at me. Look at me. Oh, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I fixed it. That's the other cool thing about life, is sometimes you don't know what you did. Yay. Okay. All right, so now let us backspace to the point where it was fixed. And then hopefully, so that's forever. I think I backspaced too far. So if I make another frame animation with my very perfect German 985 voice, then you too can mess up the thing again. But we did something right. Something had happened. You all saw that, right? Forever. hold on. Wait, back up. I had changed something that was the correct thing to change, but I don't know what it was. So save, change this to forever, loop it like forever. That's how many times I want to do this forever. And then not instant, we want to have a 0.1 second delay. Create new. Turn this, just whatever, just to practice. No, that didn't work. Automatic. This one is what? That's not the right one. Oops. Okay, so that's my next downfall in life, is fixing something and not knowing how I fixed it and needing to do it again later, and I don't know what I did. I need to just write. I just need to have a notepad forever and just like keep track of everything. The problem with that is that I don't like, if you have everything on a notepad, you don't know where it is on the notepad. Organization is not the strength of an ADHD brain. Sometimes it is. Sometimes I have very good organization on certain things. Other things, not so much. Please don't. It did it again. Okay. Cool music in the background. Yeah. Do not dispose. Automatic. I don't even know what dispose means. Okay, forewarned, I've never taken an official class for Photoshop in my life. I have felt my way through it for many years, just doing stupid things, making, like, putting giraffe heads on monkey necks and just weird shit. So I don't know exactly what I'm doing, first off, and second of all, how to fix it, if I did. Wasn't that sad that I got to where I needed to be and then I had to start all over again? Such is life. Hey, no. Undo. Select these two. That work? No, it didn't, and I don't know what I did. I don't know where I got to this point. Chat. Confused streamer continues to be confused. Let me backtrack. Let me follow my steps. To create frame animation. Doesn't know what kind of animation it is to begin with, and I did that, and like I went back and I was like, oh yeah, I just need to do the thing. Create new frame. That's exactly what they have. Something broke and I don't know how to fix it. Look at me. Bunnyary, a Pokemon has appeared in chat. Get in the ball, teach me how to fix. I don't own that ball? I don't own any balls now. Okay, Poke Shot. Please specify the type. All right. Just regular old Pokeball. 10. I can't believe that actually worked. Poke catch the ball. Last time I tried to buy, I didn't have enough bucks. Poke bucks. Yes. Make that good. It saves it across all of the frames, so I'm doing something wrong. New layers visible in all frames. Okay. It changes it though. Oh, create a new layer for each frame? Maybe that was it. Let's just do a bunch of testing. Nope. So then mess this one up again. Yeah, just like that. Hype for things that don't work. I don't know what I did to fix the first time, so I don't know how to do it again. Cannot replicate success. Bunnyary, come over here. I need your editing skills, Bunnyary. As Pokemon, you have powers that are beyond the grasp of human. I need you to use those powers to learn the Photoshop quickly because you are a fast Pokemon. Yes, caught you because you're fast, but you couldn't have been too fast because I caught you. So that's starting to kind of question my decisions here. All right, get over here, Bunny Airy. Where are you? Let's see. Let me do a stupid skit while we're sitting here doing stupid things with this thing over here. That even... Okay, that's not, but I'm going to pretend like it is. Okay. All right. So we got our Bunny Airy here. Bunny Airy. Clearly not transparent like I requested. Can you come over here real quick and just check to see what's going on with everything? Oh yeah, you need to get your... Oh, stuck behind the thing now. What'd you do? Oh, here, hold on. Sorry about that. Oh yes, let me see. Let me just take a look at it real quick. Huh. Goodbye. Oh, he left. Nope. Get back over there. Get back to work. You need to figure out what's wrong with the Photoshop. Ah, yes, I think I see here. Okay, what's the problem? I'm still looking at it. Well, look at it. Do the thing. Make it work. It's not fixed. If I don't have it fixed soon, I'm leaving you in the ball forever. Okay, hold on. He makes that funny noise every so often. I don't know why. These bunnies, rabbits, think they just take over everything. We don't need their scum. Yes, sir. Panel options, copy frame, new frame. I had fixed it before and I don't know how to fix it again. Dispose? What is dispose? I've never changed that option in my life. Why should I have to do it now? Becoming clear to me that's not the correct thing to do. Create new frame animation. Frame animations aren't working. Let's see. Photoshop solved. Take frame animation in that drop down list of center screen. It didn't realize it became a button. I was clicked below. As long as it's working. It's good. So easy when you click on frame animation, not just select it from the drop down. Convert it to a frame animation via the teeny tiny button in the lower left corner. Look like 3 hollow squares. Yeah, I did that. Okay, this is the video animation. I need the other one, Bunny Airy. Are you gonna fix the stuff or what? No. This rabbit is ineffective at fixing said issue. Timeline. Open timeline again. Timeline. Delete all. Delete. Yes, delete the animation. Delete that one too. Get rid of it. I don't need it. Close Photoshop. Reopen Photoshop. It's like trying to change the wheel on a tire. Change the wheel on a tire. Good streamer. Change the wheel on a plane while the plane is trying to take off. Can't be done. Okay, did that. Nothing changed in the menu. Try to click on 3 boxes. Cursor can't do that symbol. Create frame animation. Okay, click the frame button. I had the exact same issue and it has been driving me nuts. Me too. Okay, this is the part where all the people get onto the thread and are like, I have this issue too. I have this issue too. I also have this issue. This issue has been driving me nuts. I have lost sleep because of this issue. Okay. I have found this. So happy to see this. So relieved. Wait, where was the answer? Where'd it go? 3 correct answers. Okay. I had ticked frame animation in the drop down list in the center of the screen. Okay. Let's... Not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how this this came to be. Panel options, tween, reverse frames. Optimize animation. No, it's not working. Photoshop, please. Please, I've done this, like, this is not my first rodeo. Why has this changed? As soon as I click OK here, it changes it in both. So now we gotta start selecting different options. Cannot do the same thing, because that's what leads to insanity. Which is coming. It's coming quickly. Turn. Nope. Imagine having to pick a safe and you don't know what the safe combination is, and you also don't know how to pick a safe. That's where we're at, chat. That's where I want to play a game so bad. I want to just finish this one emote. It was like literally I had like 5 minutes worth of work to do, and it won't do, and I don't know why. It has found itself to be effective against my success. Frame 1 becomes yes, here. Frame 1 becomes the same as 2. Player has mask, trying to tween animation. Okay, 2 steps. Okay. My comment, despite being an old post, I had the same issue. Found a YouTube comment that helped me solve it. Make sure propagate layers is unticked. This option can be found above your layers and then your layer. Oh, you son of a bitch. You fuck. Oh, this is the fuck. Remember? Right here. Sorry, trying to be more family friendly. It's okay, children. Listen, this is how you fight your battles. Okay. I remember when I had shit. Okay, listen, all is well. All right, we found out the issue. Bunny Airy? Yeah, it's that issue there. Okay, thank you so much. I'm so happy. Goodbye. Wait, you said you promised me freedom? No. I'm gonna rename that to what's the name of the Pokemon? Bunny Airy. And you will live here forever. No. Forever, okay? Like, remember Sandlot? Forever. That's what the life you have is gonna become. All right, so we. Oh my God, that took so long. Oh, you son of a bitch! Didn't fix it, chat. Maybe I have to unselect for each. Okay. Let me try that. Okay, let me undo that and then try that. Let me close the Photoshop. Reopen the Photoshop. We're getting there. I'm gonna rub these 2 sticks together as hard as I can. Fire will occur. God is my witness, fire is gonna occur. Propagate, okay? All right, this is set to 1. 1 second play. Make a new frame. Take this one, and this one, which are now no longer propagate. Turn, select. Didn't work, my life is a lie. Forever? Oh, damn it, what the hell? Oh, hey, well, hold on, now stop. How come it checked itself? Right there, it checked itself. What are we doing? We're gonna solve this together, chat. Okay, all right. New animation, new frame. Turn it, get it all cockeyed. It didn't work. Something else is awry here. I don't know what. And I don't know where. But I will find you and I will kill you. Propagate layers unticked. Yeah, when you begin to make edits to your second frame, make sure you're only moving your selection using the move tool. So do not transform the selection in order to move it. Okay. Do not transform. Okay, hold on. Let's start again. Okay, this one. All these. Shit. Just unselect that. Okay, only the move tool. All right, let's try that. We will just select this and simply move, not transform. Okay. Oh, so the transform is what's doing it. Okay, all right. So by transform, I see, I understand. Okay, so brain has just like quickly come up. Brain, very good. Very good, brain. Okay, brain has just come up with an idea for a solution here for that particular thing. So since we can't use the transform tools, what's going on, Zeke? See, you know why Crazy Zeke is called Crazy Zeke is because he spent 30,000 hours on a Photoshop program that was spitefully betraying him in the background. I will one day become Crazy Husband Waifu Gaming, and then we will all live together in harmony. What is going on, man? Shit. You just missed it. We had tech support was here. Hello. We had Google was here. There was 30,000 people that had showed up, and they were like, "Don't know." Yes, absolutely. Go forth and kill all of the problems, not the humans, just the problems, such as the stupid propagate frame 1. My God. Yeah, there's a play like okay, so that's I'm gonna roll all the way back to the other tangent. I have a firm belief that there are time and place for everything. Hatred has a place, and it is towards software programs, not toward the developers, because they were a victim of the software as well. All right, so Brain had come up with an idea, a solution, if you were, to duplicate the layers. To just duplicate those, put those like here, right? Make them small, SMOL, and then make a new layer. Take these ones for the new layer, minimize those, make these come back here, and then put the height back up here. Height 4, as long as we are able to figure out. Okay, see? Absolutely, there we go. We just gotta keep making more layers, guys. It's literally all we have to do. And that took me about a half an hour. I don't remember exactly how long it's taken. I don't remember when that started. I'm looking at the clock now, and I'm like, that one right there. Stay calm. If you have issues, stay calm. For the past week or so, it's been an on and off thing where I've had issues with certain things. Sometimes I'd stay calm, sometimes I would not. The days where I stayed calm, i.e. today, which is like the only day where I have stayed calm, seems to be better. I don't have to fix as many walls, okay? I don't have to, you know. Oh, man. Like, the time is wasted. We can't do anything about that. We can, what we can, oh, shit. I can fix this. Okay. What we can do is we can learn from our mistakes and move forward in the right direction. I'm gonna get confuzzled here. I don't want to get confuzzled, but it might happen. How are you doing, Zeke? I'm so sorry. The problem bull came into the China shop and just like wrecked everything. I don't know. Uh-oh, that was the wrong one. Okay, let's try it again. This one and this one. And these three. This one and this one. Forget the Minecraft music. I thought it would be nice and relaxing. It is until the claims show up. Okay. Yeah, get the pokey. Get the Aeron. I think I have an Aeron. I'm not sure. I have to check. This did not... I did not intend for this to turn into like a huge, weird stream like this. I thought I'd do like an emote. Maybe we'll just do an emote today, but son of a bitch. If this is going to take at least an hour, I had worked on something else for about an hour. And then I had worked. Good job, Zeke. You got that thing. Now force it into its life of slavery and servitude. Poor Pokemon. if we can... I forgot exactly what I was going to say. Completely. exactly completely. Refresh those things. Hold on, undo. Don't do that yet. Make a new frame first. So I can do up to 60 frames, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for emote. Try to do that and keep it under like, what was it, a megabyte or something like that? Some specifically small number. Exactly, there you go. Make sure he doesn't eat those things. I don't know what those things eat, but if he sees that the dishes are made of some kind of ceramic or whatever it is that he eats, he's probably gonna eat them. Just eat them up. And you don't need that in your life. You don't need to be going to IKEA to buy more plates. IKEA plates are good fodder. I think that's off and this is on. Okay, something is wrong. I think I broke something here. Oh, hold on, I know. This is supposed to be here? Uh-oh, nope. Uh-oh. Is that sounds like Super Mario 64 music. This is all fucked up. What the hell? Something bad happened. Bad. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I'm not making a long drawn out animation. I think I can solve this. Hold on. I don't know where the 3 came from. I think you need to be 4. But it's 5. Okay, so just don't look at the numbers. That got me through so many college courses. Just don't look at your grades. Just go through them. You too can get hurt. Oh my god. Did you really just subscribe to me? Please! Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm working as hard as I can to get these emotes out. I didn't want to make that possible, but I clicked the button and it was like, you have no choice. You can't go back. I'm like, shit! Thank you so much. You're my very first subscriber ever. A special shout out. Did my and the little thing showed up. Look at that, right up there. I wanted to put out like I need to work on the stream. Okay, I wanted to not like make it subscriptions available until I had like something to give you. Don't get me wrong. I'm super appreciative of it. I'm disappointed in myself that it took me a half an hour to figure out basic emote problems. It hurts. Make it stop, Mom, please. But I think we're almost there. I think we're on the way to get successful thing. But yeah, thank you so much. I swear I'm gonna populate these things. They had the choice to put like you know, just the generic ones, and that's fine. I have a couple of generic ones there just to get people going. But I want to give back to you guys because you guys have already given. You've already done the good work. It is now up to me to figure out how to layer this. What am I doing? But yes, special shout out. I need to set up shout outs as well. If you guys, if you have not followed, even subscribed to R2, how do I say your name? This has been a point of contention with myself. R2Y9S. R2 is R2 good? I don't want to call you just R is okay. Excellent. R is perfect. So if you have not followed R, go over there, follow, even subscribe if you have the cash. If you don't have the cash, like for me, if you guys need to eat, like I'd rather you eat, use the food, use the money to eat the food. I'm doing okay. I'm not gonna, I'm not starving out. If you saw me, you would like. I was at a machine at the Walmart today, and the machine was like, "You need to starve out a little bit, sir." Like, not in those words, but close enough to those words. So I'm doing okay. But you don't feel it's priority to subscribe or to donate if I ever get that to work. But definitely go over to R's page. He's got this page and he's got an art page. He kind of does art too. Definitely at least a follow. At least a follow. Cool dude. He's been here since almost the beginning, I think. So yeah, awesome, super cool dude. I need to get the shout out thing and do the shout out. That's the next. I have all these things, just like Solo Blade. He's got all these things, and then he sits down. And he's like, "Nah, I'd rather stream." And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna break the cycle. I'm gonna do both, and get neither one done. So that's where we're at. So I think this is good. Let me see. Let's do it forever. Let's see. Uh-oh. I saw a frame there that had an ouchie wouchie. Why? Frame, why have you... What have you done? I just have like the Alright, R2Y9S. R2Y9S. 2Y9S. Oh, I guess like, yeah, I could just like read the individual letters too. You didn't have to spell it all out. My smooth brain would eventually have formed a ridge and retained the information. But it otherwise it's like, you know, it's like when you butter the floor and have your roommate like, hey, help me, and then he runs in and just slams in there, and then it is you who are helping him with the medical bill for that expense. That has not happened to me. I have not done that. I saw a video on that once. Okay, so long story short, this guy had buttered the floor for a week straight and drove his like roommate through absolute miserable absolute hell. He'd come home, walk in, like he would walk in fast is the reason why he was doing it. He was pissed off because he would walk in fast and make all this noise when he came in while he was sleeping because they had like different schedules. And so he started buttering the floor so the guy would run in and just like completely wipe out and destroy things. And just like start swearing up a storm. If I can find that video, I'm gonna link that into the Discord, which I am also setting up. I'm very behind. Please. Little Crab, go. I was gifted a sub, and this thing has been like begging for my life for days now. Very effectively, I might add. Okay, so that's like that. This and this, we're gonna get rid of those. The only reason why I'm not crushing and merging all these layers together, which, you know what? Efficient. Be efficient. Be efficient, son. My son, please be efficient. Is that... Hold on, something has happened. Oh, I don't like that. Propagate frames, maybe? No. Undo that, because that's going to cause me to have issues later. Again. These two, I need to make these together. Oh, hold on. Because they're not... Unga bunga digging. Okay. Alright, less things are better. Sometimes less is more. Not in this case. What the hell happened? Oh. Okay, sorry. Alright, okay. Situation normal, everything fine. Everything's fine. How are you? Here. Oh. Hold on. I need to make a new frame. Okay. New frame is made. Yes, Captain. Alright. Duplicate the frame. Aye. Frame is duplicated, Captain. Well done, number one. Frame here and here. This one and this one. Now we can move those over to here. Like it's in theory, it's not difficult. It's some like brain. I don't know. So here. That happens sometimes too. That's another thing, cool thing, which I may be to blame for that particular thing having occurred. Here and here. 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 And then just one more. Because I don't remember exactly. You know what? Let me look it up. Thank you very much, Thread, for telling me all how to fix this thing. So I don't know if this is gonna help anybody. I hope this helps somebody. This is what I got. There we go. This is what finally did it. If I can spread the information, you know. This will probably never be applicable to anybody else, but it's out there. This kind of goes back to me trying to write everything down that I need to do on like a notepad, but I'm gonna forget to check the notepad, so it's not really effective. Emotes. Where's emotes? Emotes. Viewer rewards emotes. Okay. Standard emotes. That's for somebody else. Okay. It's that. tier 1 standard emotes, 5 open slots. Okay, animated emotes. So we have, okay, we can just put this one down now. Less than a megabyte, all right? And then maybe we can start using those. Maybe I can start using those. Maybe I can become a Super Saiyan and grunt for like a half an episode until I get my final form going. And then the next episode will be the, you know, the more talking. And then eventually there will be fighting, but that's sort of like the end of the season. I love Dragon Ball, but it's half of it is grunting and half of it is talking. I want to see the fight. Fight the cell. Beat them. Image file size is too large. And the reason for that is because I forgot to crop it. Let's see. So we have big, small, and smaller. Okay. I have a maximum file size of 1 megabyte. So I might have to crop it down a little bit. Let me see. Let me check the other emote. This is 6.86 megabytes. Jeepers creepers. What's the biggest size I can do? Is that big, but I need to crop it down. Auto resize, but it's too big. Be a square shape. Must be a square shape between 112 pixels and 4096 by 4096. I'm going to pick a number here. What was the one? It was 112? Let me just do 112. Let's just crop this down to 112. Let me open that other thing up. Emotes. This one, because this is obviously too big of an emote, but... Alright, Photoshop. What do I got to do to make this small? What size are we looking at here for this? Okay, so it says it right here. Can you see my cursor? Yeah, cursor. Right here is where it says the particular size that it is guesstimating it'll be. So I want to make the image size 25% less. 25% less. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that is good. It's about the size of, you know, it'll be that size. It's big, but it is guesstimated at 439.4 kilobytes. So let's not make it as small so that it has as much data as possible to use while it makes the resize for Twitch. I want to get it just underneath. Why are we not square? Something happened. No. Don't fight me. Believe me, I'll win. I'll delete you. And then I'll probably reinstall you, but you won't know because you'll have your memory wiped, so... Image size. Let's 13 width. The width is what we're fighting here. 1309. Just make it... I don't like that. Spritzy? Some of these I don't even know what they're called. Such intricate names. So many Pokies. Like I can't. I remembered the Pokemon rap. I did the whole 150, 151 because I was fancy, you know, Mew. I remembered the 150. I might as well just remember one more. No, 9, please 9. But now it's like if I were to do that. Bonga bonga. Alright, let's just make it bigger then. Go for it. Get that pokey. Wear it proudly. So let's change gears here. Let's shift the gear. Is how I would shift gears in SnowRunner. Just grind that bitch directly into the wrong gear. So the Pokemon. This is all theoretical, obviously. I know this. Like, I would ask this question in the presence of waifu of my family. It's like, oh, but you believe the part about the thing spitting fire and having unlimited water. I'm like, oh, please, come on. Let's just be reasonable here. Please. That's okay, I guess. Kind of messed it up. Oh, okay, right there. Just like that. Okay. Save that. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. I thought I just overrode a bunch of other stuff. So the Pokemon, like, where do they go? Do they get sent? Do they all, like, is Oak still taking care of every single Pokemon? Does it vary by region? What are the ways in which the regions are divided? How do the Pokemon know where to go? And who feeds these things? All this and more on the next Poke Talks. Should have a section where we talk about the intricacy of the Poke. Canvas size. I'm wasting time here. Brain is slipping. Let's refocus. Okay. No, don't clip. I'm in the wrong screen again. No. I just made the same mistake twice almost. Pixels, percent, 50 and 50. Right? It's like a Rick and Morty type of, like, this Professor Oak has to take care of this one. Like this is just one man. This man he's well advanced in years. The dude gave you a Pokedex so that you can go and do his job that he was tasked from somebody else to do. Well, he's got to take care of every single Poke? And his grandson's like, oh yes, hip and strong. Good luck, Gramps. Uh-oh, phone call. Two minutes. This is not the automated one. This is an actual person, so we'll see if they made it out to the desert. BRB, real quick. I will continue to work. Okay, cool. Some insight on that call there. Somebody like so a location. I deal with, like, for my job. Like, hold on, let me read the chat first before I ignore somebody. Join stream. Yeah, exactly. Like, Oak, what does he live off of? Like, realistically, these children do not pay him. That's room and board for, like, thousands, millions of pets. And he's like, oh, it's okay. I'll be fine, haha. And then he has some poor assistant do it for him while he goes and, like, makes Pokeballs or something. So look into the life. I in my job we deal with, like, internet backhaul, backbone, stuff like that. Particular location lost power this morning. Something happened with the power. Thinking that it probably surged. We have generators that have automatic transfer switches, or ATSs, that hype scroll. Oh no, Annie. Hype Annie? I think so. Emote attribution. And so this automatic transfer switch, when the power came back out on, or whatever happened, it blew part of the board. So the generator, the ATS also controls when the generator turns on and off. So it just like started running and turning off and doing all kinds of weird things. So this guy just got out there. It was like 3 hours plus away from where he was. Way out in the desert, way out in Death Valley somewhere. Emote attribution. Does anybody know what that is? Let me look that up on Google. I sometimes I refrain. I just go to Google. Sometimes I usually, unless it's I really can't find the information I'm looking for, I'll just Google it. A label that can be assigned to emotes themselves, tagging in an artist's Twitch's channel anytime someone clicks on an emote. Oh, okay. So that's just like your tag. Okay. Optional. You know what? Fingers, please. Husband in, oh, there I am. Look, it's me. Has to review the attribution to the same emote. Hey guys, I have to review my submission to myself for my own emote. Perfect. Yes. Emote successfully uploaded. All right, cool. So that one's uploaded. So now, I think they have to review it first. I'm pretty sure they have to review it first. Otherwise, I'll put on like Mario, and then Nintendo will come to my house, and Nintendo will just jump all over me, just stomp the shit out of me. So let's go back to this other one here, where we were doing this right here before I got distracted by the other one. Pipe, woo, 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 woo. Okay. I think I'm almost done digesting the large breakfast. Wifu had suggested we stop at a restaurant like that was on the way to the store. We had to go to the store today. Oopsie! I made an oopsie whoopsie. Little fucky wucky. Little fucko boingo. I broke something. Severely broke something. Look at that. Code monkeys at our headquarters are working very hard to fix this. While someone stands over them and it's like, whack! Like a bullhorn. Or a bullwhip, depending on how Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom you want to get. Alright, one more animation. One more frame. And this one and this one. We're going to duplicate that. Just boop, right there. This can all go very quickly as long as brain is focused. And we'll be on our way without any further delay. As a child, I remember that as being said by that little robot dude. Has anybody ever been to the Star Wars place? Star Tours at... See, I already did something wrong again. At Disneyland? Star Tours, I think it was. They changed it a lot. It's not the same Star Tours as before. But... Oopsie. Just remember everything. Just remember all the everything. So, okay, cool. So how does that look, guys? Does that look good? Now that I'm done with the first... I didn't think this... You know what? Like, props to everybody who does this stuff. I did not think this was going to take as long as it did. Me starting out was like, oh yeah, funny streamer, man. He says funny, cool stuff. You know, funny stuff. Plays the video game, not hard. No, this is maxing out. I'm generally good at multitasking with the ADHD whole thing, but this is maxing that out. Absolutely maxing that out. So, hey waifu, hey waifu, we need it. We got a question. I got a question. First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity for me to talk to you, and you don't yell at me. Second of all, how's this? Do you like this? How is this? We're gonna pass this through the waifu filter.
What's it gonna look at? Oh shit.
Yay, nay. Different colors for different things. You know what? Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Let's do that. Let me boost the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%. Bit of a gamble, but we need the extra resolution. Pick a number. There's 4 here, so let's just do 25 and 50.
You tell me like what number?
25. Oh, that would happen.
I don't like that.
I don't like that, she said. All right. Let's try it again. I'm gonna rub the 2 sticks together.
No.
You know what? Hold on. Let me
It was
just.
purple. I like more
Yeah, let me just ignore you here real quick.
Okay. Fucking leave again.
Please, no.
Please no.
This is just a test, okay? The emergency. Don't know what I'm doing system. This is only a test. So the underscores. How do you want? Do you want them behind there? Like I noticed you had very strong feelings about having them right up on your face.
Yeah, it's covering my face, but not yours.
Oh, hold on. This goes up to 180, -1. So this is based on a 360. 360. What divided by 4 is what? Let me see. I thought it was hundreds. I was doing 25, 50. Okay, so 360. This is in radians. Shit. Just had bad flashbacks from math class. Calculator, make yourself smaller. Son, why are you so big? Microsoft, why are you releasing 1080p 8K calculator divided by 4 is 90. So we want to do this in steps of 90. Hold on. Let's cancel.
Over to the underscore.
It's right. I don't know. Oh, you got some weird shit happening, Luigi. Okay, so I can go back, but I'm gonna have to fix a bunch of issues at the same time too. Okay.
What the fuck's going on?
Stuff is happening. Okay, this is what I've been given. These are the tools that I have. These old tools that I refuse to upgrade because cheap piece of shit. Just kidding. One day we will. I will get better tools. I have not needed to use this. Okay, she's leaving. Goodbye. And that was Wifu, everybody. Da, na, 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 na. Why is this one gotta be different? Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I look over, I felt like a presence and like her face was there. Like, what the shit? Scare me.
You scared me.
Oh, hold on. This was right. I just did the bad thing. Okay. All right. All colors good. All colors good. Save. Save right now. Save many times. Save 3 times. 3 different file sizes. Put them on 3 different drives. Emote. I have something. What is this? My Twitch. Nice. Husband Waifu Gaming attributed an emote to you. Good job, me. Very good. Good job. Pats on back. Anyway. Oh, it's a Clefable. I thought I didn't know what that Pokey was. I do, in fact. Oh, hey, guess what, guys? That's not the right command. Yeah. Cool. Cool streamer. Yeah. All right. So we want to change this hype. We want to hype this by 90 degrees. Okay. And then this one, I'm assuming, is the right one. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to look. This might trigger Twitch's approval for flashing lights. I think it might. So I might have to do, these might not be the final product here. They might not be. They might be like, you are a horrible person. Go home and rethink your life. I probably will. Maybe we need one more, actually. Hold on. Because now I have to... Whoa, wait, okay. That's if this one is the same as this. It is. Okay. So negative 90. That works. Oh, this is gonna look nice. I'm an artist in the not a traditional artist. My artistry comes from like... Oh, thanks. Get out of here, Clefable. It was just a fable after that. My artisanship comes from. Okay, cool. So I can just move these guys around. I cannot turn them. Save. Okay. So let's. Okay, I cannot rotate. So the program I used was some Facebook app for these things that I like modified and have been modifying it out over the years. Yeah, woohoo! I'm hoping that's not too much. Save. So animated emote slots. Upload a GIF, okay? Or upload your emote PNG and apply one of the 6 animated presets. Easy animate. Easy peasy. No, we're gonna put this one in under a megabyte now. Okay, this is what the thing is here, guys. This is what's gonna be the difficult part. I need to save over this hype emote. PSD. Annie big. So that I have the original file, because I need to modify this file. 57. Okay, so this, just to put it in perspective, this particular emote, if I were to do, let me see, save as web. Nope, not that one. Save for the web. Save for web. If I were to do this particular emote, oh, that's not too bad. 1.15 megabytes? Really? Are you serious? Huh. For PNG 24. Okay, let's go down to 90% and apply that. How would that work? Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, I see. I can see here. The husband's face looks like it. Like, you ever have a printer that you get like the ink is all dried out because you forgot the printer for like 3 years and you haven't used it? That's what the face looks like. So let's GIF. Okay, because it's not PNG. Okay. Perceptual. Colors. How do I do automatic? No transparent dither. No dither. Perceptual. Selective. Adaptive. No. Perceptual. Hold on, cancel. Okay. Let's try again. I need to find the best quality for this. GIF. Oh, there's a bunch of different GIFs here. Restrictive? Okay, let's bring it down to 95%. Not 9%, 95%, please. Oh, that looks very pleasant, actually. Okay, back down to 90. Okay, his face didn't look like it got run over by a printer. Excellent. Save it, and it's saying it should be 1,000 kilobytes. Really? Are you serious? Let's try that. How big is it really, though? Sometimes it doesn't guesstimate quite right. You gotta check those things. Emotes. Son of a bitch, it's 427. How does that look? Oh, it looks fucking nice. So now, let's do this. Since that was like half of what is allowed, let's try to not bump it down so much. Web snap, restrictive, colors auto. Okay. Let's save that then and see if that is any better. Because like I was saying, sometimes it doesn't guesstimate it right. Sometimes you're over, sometimes you're under. The same thing. How's this one, waifu? Let me just, hold on, let me just message this to you. If I can do that. Can I do that? We're in 2020. My other pet peeve.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening because I didn't do it yet.
What?
It's not sent yet. My sweet summer child. Wholesome internet, please. Please. Forgot I sent that. All right, this right here. I think you're moving around too much, but maybe that's just part of the hype. Take a look at that and message me, because I can't hear you because I got an air conditioner going and I have headphones on. I cannot believe I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. But if I continue to do this, I can get out of work and Wifu will not. Oh, she might bug me. You guys like the background here? Spent a while on this one here. Let's not you. Get back in the ball. That's not it. Oh, okay, never mind. I saw a phone change and I was like, that's not, I don't want that. Let's do this. Overlay? Where's overlay? Oh, overlay, here it is. See that shit? Look at that shit. Oh, wow! Yeah, do Pokey start. Do Pokey start. Yeah, that Clefable is long gone. Meaning it's already in the van. I dug a giant moat around this entire spot. Oh, you got a Trico. Oh, you're super cool. Some people get too much movement. Okay. We're gonna undo the movement. This right here, this, sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm gonna time you out right now, Waifu. There. You're not timed out. How dare you? On this clearly Christian stream. Damn it, woman. All right. Save for web. Let's save that and see how that do. This is like big stuff. Like I want to spend time on this. So this, like, if you guys are paying to get emotes, I don't want to be like, oh, hey, look at this, a piece of paper. You can take it and you can fold it, but you can't fold it. Like, what's the limit to folding paper? Like 9 times, something like that. You can't fold it that many times, but you can take the paper, and if you're really hungry, you can eat it. Sometimes you can draw. You can sign your name in blood. No, I don't want that. It's a little dark. So I wanna make this good. If I'm gonna be doing this for a while because of my stubborn brain, I want to be able to allow you guys to get something for this. Like somebody's already subscribed and I feel terrible because I don't have anything. I mean, yeah, they're gonna unlock the thing. How's that? Do you, shit, this thing is super loud. I can almost hear her better without any headphones on. What the hell? Is that good? Oh, she got the thumbs up. Holy shit. That's our new emote, everybody. Upload this emote. Send it. Image is not square shaped. Unga bunga. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. What's going on, homie Wan Kenobi? I had talked about something about Star Wars not too long ago. I don't remember what it was, but I remember that, and now I remember that I forgot what it was. We're making emotes. I hope you like. This is like, I got the background here going, but let me pop everything back up here. I got Photoshop here. And we got the overlay here. And I think we're doing okay. You know what else we have? Get out of here. Get back in the ball. So I hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this hot mess. I hope to play. That's adorable. That's an absolute adorable. That's a new word. Did you do all your own emotes? That's where we're at now. That is an adorable emote. Oh. Homie with love. It's so cute. Dude, that's what I want to do the good thing, to make it look nice, you know? Like, I'm sure that you put a lot of time and effort into that. I have put more time and effort into this than I should have. Like, brain, what are you doing? Keeps getting distracted. But I figure, you know what? If it's gonna make somebody happy, it's fine. So image size, this was not a perfect square. Where's my calculator? Is it still up? Calculator. Where'd you go? Here it is. What's the difference between 74 and 4? That's what you get, math teacher, for telling me I'm never gonna have a calculator next to me at all times. Yeah, now what? 65 pixels is what caused this to be a problem. So we're gonna expand it instead of making it smaller. Oh no, that's terrible. No, stop. Okay. Image. Canvas size? I think it's canvas size I want. Pixels. 74. And then is there a way for me to move? Yeah. Get in on that action right there. Yeah. Crop it, but crop it offset the other way. Put this hype up higher, and then we'll be golden. I think we'll have that. I think that's your huckleberry right there. So I don't want to have dead space up there on the top, which is a game that I have not played yet. I think I may have played it. I don't know. So save for web. Save. That's like. Did something change? No, right? Okay. I get slightly paranoid when stuff changes, because then I gotta like try to fix it. And that's another pet peeve, is like fixing the same damn thing over and over and over. Perfect, right there. Right there. Man. That's not at all what I wanted to do. I wanted to put that over here. Okay, right there. And this one's gonna be, what was the last one called? What is this? Hype Annie. 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 I am your father, Annie. Check your back, Annie. You'll have wings and a tail. No, Otto. It's not true. I am your father, Annie. No. And that's how that came to be later on. What am I naming this thing? What the hell? Brain. Hype Annie. Wait. Wait a minute. Ooh. Okay, you know what? Just hype Annie too. Hype. Where's the E? Where's the E? Not in the library. Okay, that's fine. So that's technically not an animation, though, obviously. But you know what? It's for the sake of labeling it and being good and having two different emotes. I think that's all right. They have no, okay, yes, because I forgot they need to be approved first. Okay, so that's one. Only 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then 45. It's like another 40 odd some to go. No big deal, right? Giraffe rig. Go get the pokey, waifu. Get that pokey. Get him. Tell him to get in the ball. So I'm gonna. This has been a really long stream. I want to try to do one more. Does anybody have any? What do you guys want? What's another emote that you guys want? I need some standard emotes. I have an animated emotes for tier 1. I think subscribe for tier 1. Okay. So I'm gonna fill out the tier 1 since that's the only slot that somebody has done yet. I want to fill that slot up so that that person gets as much out of their buck. Good job, Wifu. You did it. I have 4 more slots. Waifu, what is the next emote? Do you want to have like a angry waifu or angry? Now what? Now it just sits in a ball forever in your shoebox until your grandchildren. That's another thing. We'll get into that like 2 seconds. I must acquire this information. What's your next emote that you want, Waifu? What emote do we want? Another non-animated one. Oh, pending. Yeah, of course. How do I approve my own emote to myself? Add new blocks, block known bots. I have this ritual when I stream. I have what's there right now is basically just the one that doesn't move and the one that does move. So we got this one here, basically that one, and then the one that does that. What else? And not just waifu. Whoever wants the emotes, this is for you guys. Otherwise, I'm gonna put an upside down turtle trying to get up, which I don't want to do because turtles can't breathe. If they're upside down, tortoises, turtles, they're upside down, like their weight is on their lungs. Make a KO one, a knockout one, a cool one, a cocoa bean one, what's K and O? When you die in a game. Knockout. Well, see, okay. This is where we have to be very, like, we have to tiptoe around the rules of Twitch. We cannot have violence in the emote. I'm not good at remembering a lot of things, but if I read a bunch of stuff, I can kind of pull that from memory. I don't know how I do that. Fainted? Like GG? Okay, is it gonna be both of us or one of us? Or both of us? Just me, fainted in game. Got it. I have taken your suggestions under suggestion, and I am now gonna do it. You live forever. That is absolutely correct. So right now I only have 2 different me's. One of them is this one. And then the other one is this. I put the thing. Okay, so the little backstory on this particular one right here. I had to put right here, the teeth. I had to put those teeth in there. Because once you see this other one, you will never, ever be able to unsee it. Okay. So here is our other one. I've upgraded this one. One of them's original, one of them's upgraded. Yeah, right here. See this? That he's still like, right? Smile. Milk mustache with some like chocolate sauce or something. For PG purposes, milk mustache. Okay. As I saw that one day, brain was like, hey, you want to see something funny? Milk mustache. I'm like, oh, holy shit. No, put the teeth in. And so now I have teeth, and now it looks correct way. Backstory, success. So we got this one. Let's get rid of that other one before we see more things. And Jesus. And then we have, what's the other one I have? I might have to make more. And then the other one where I made this one because I'm always like pissed off because shit never works. And then there's this one that's the happy one, which is the only other one that I have that I had to put in there when I did the specifications for my computer because wow, I got a new computer. It's cool. Woo! So I had to make me smile at some point. So I made the smile. It's a milk mustache, okay? My God. I think that the worst one here is me, honestly. I think you all are like, it could be said that your worst critic is yourself. Oh, you better believe I'm my own worst critic. Absolutely. And I also like poke at myself when I'm down. Like when I'm sad, I'm like, ha, yeah, you stupid. Like, no, come on, brain. I thought you were working with me or you were working against me. Hey, it's a milk mustache, okay? Drink your milk. Strong bones. I've never broken a bone, except for possibly up to debate. Don't know. Never got an X-ray. My tailbone. When Wifu made me do the stupid thing where I try to sit down without bending my legs, okay? So this failure here will overwrite the last failure of the milk mustache, and you will become more obsessed. Well, what did you try to do? I was like, well, if I bent forward fast enough, I thought that the forces would cancel out. No, hard tailbone directly on to hard tile floor. From like just I might as well just have landed directly on the bone from standing distance. I might as well just like, that was a TikTok. Yes, it was a TikTok. It was a very deadly TikTok. I was like, you know what? I got this one. The first time I ever did one of those TikToks before, last time I'll ever do one again. Yeah, it hurt for like a year. Straight up for a year. For an absolute year. I had Wifu, one of her friends got married. A few months after that. And then plastic chair, you know, it hurt. Sitting on the butt for a year straight was painful. I even talked to the doctors, like, there's not much you can do. You can't really put a cast on your ass, you know. What would you like us to do? Person who sat down without bending their legs. I'm like, well, there's not much we can do now, is there? And eventually it went away. And now it doesn't hurt at all. Some people, like, I'm very lucky in that respect. Some people that lasts forever. Me, maybe I just burnt out the nerve endings on there. It hurt a little bit. Not gonna lie. So let's get this. That day was like the worst day too, because my fish died. My fish also died that day. I was trying to clean out the giant tank that we have, and they say like the fish were big. The goldfish were big. They're like, it was like, I weighed it after the fact. Like I took it out, and I'm like, you know what? How big is this poor thing? Before we take it to get. I didn't have anywhere to bury it, so I took it to get cremated. It was like $100. Like, you know what? It's, you know, fish has been here for like 7 years. It's worth it, you know? Poor thing. So I was cleaning the tank, and there's no fish net big enough. We had kind of like a bucket, but they, you know, try to catch a fish that big in a bucket is like trying to catch a child running around in a playground. So they say the best thing to do is just to like grab it with your hands, which I did. And I pulled it out. 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish. Get to the other fish, and the fucking thing, it jumps out of my hand and hits the chair and lands. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. I put him in the tank, and he like puffs red, and he's fine for like an hour, 2 hours. He's fine. I go to put him back in the other tank, and then he was not having it. And then like a couple hours later, he just like passed. I'm like, fuck. And so now I don't even take him out of the tank. I just leave him in the tank, and I do like water changes because I don't want to risk it anymore. You live and you learn. Sometimes to you know, sometimes the lesson is painful. But all right, so Wifu wants to do. I don't even know if this is gonna get allowed, so we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do a knockout. Quick selection, no layers are selected. This layers, I want this layer here. Right here, select. Immediately regret decision, decide to select in a different way. These eyes look like what is it, Osiris? That symbol, it's the shit, I'm using the wrong tool here. Like the Egyptian thing. Like there's isn't there like a hieroglyph of it somewhere? Something. All right. Yeah, that was painful. So that was possibly, I don't know for sure. Kind of felt like it did. If not, I bruised it real bad. Ooh, that's real big. I don't want it. I don't want that big. Just go blind. There you go. Do the same thing here. Deselect. Deselect. Unselect. Make not select. Okay. Here. Across. Nope, not too far. Too far. Across here. I really wanted to get some Apex, and I have another game that I want to stream. So I think we're gonna do this emote real quick. This is gonna be easy one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not at all having to troubleshoot Photoshop of all things. Hold on. Decisions were made. I guess that's gonna be the same thing here, right? That'll be the same thing. Don't matter. Oh, you know what? There we go. Instead of doing like this, that's massive. This one here, weight is gonna be 10. Here, let me turn this down. What's my, because my headphones make me kind of paranoid that this is gonna be too loud for the stream. So I gotta do a sound check. No, perfect. Perfect. Perfecto. All right, so let's this I don't know if this is gonna minus smile, just looks weird in general. Is that yeah, let's continue. Let's get rid of this goofy smile. I'm gonna wipe that smile off your face. Yeah, get out of here. And I don't know if you guys like what you see and you guys want to, like, I could do this on the side as well. If you want me to make some emotes, I'll make some emotes. I've not been professionally trained in the ways of the Force, i.e. Photoshop. However, I have years of experience doing stupid shit, like put the giraffe's face on the elephant's body or whatever. Just doing weird stuff. Not even saving any of it either, just to practice, just to, you know, just interests me. This is like art without having to pull out the paintbrush and get all dirty, as I've heard a what was it? It was like a Windows for Dummies book when they got to the part where they're describing MS Paint. Like, do you hate having to paint and get, you know, the paint all over and huffing fumes and shit like that? Then Microsoft Paint is just for you. Like, yeah. Oh, he's dead. So, I don't know if they're going to accept that, but I do want to do something a little different. So I'm going to hide these. And we'll do the, oh, that's really big. 329 font big. Massive. Massive font. Font, please go back down. 72. A hypno appeared. I would like the hypno, please. Gimme. And this is how I reassure him to get in the ball. Get in the ball. So where's my text? Uh-oh. Invalid numeric entry. Number between 0.01 point and 1,296 point required. Okay, it's fine. There we go. Oh, you know what? That's perfect font right there. Where did that font come from? And what was I using it beforehand that it should be so perfect just to use for this? It's good. Make it a little bit bigger. Want to fit right in the glasses, which I had to get when I got my driver's thing going. I was fine, and then they were like, no, you are not fine, you're blind. Not that blind. My mom is like, she put it on after, she's like, she took them off and she put them on. She's like, are these just glass? I'm like, no, Mom, I can see better with them. Faker. No. But like, I guess, you know, it's very minimal, but it was enough for them to be like, you need some glasses there, son. Need something needs to change. Lost. What else are we gonna say? Damn, Hypno. Damn. Waifu, what else do we need to say on this? She's like in the other room crocheting with the TV turned up all the way. Let me just message. You know what? We're like, this is gonna turn into that. What was that movie with the little robot where the humans were like all fat and they were on a spaceship and they didn't do anything? It's gonna turn into that right here, firsthand. What else? I can't spell. Do you want it to say? Like, honestly, if you stop doing something in particular for, let's say, like a year, okay, you didn't have to write anything. The only writing that I do really is like signing my name when I have to do like some receipt or something. If you stopped writing anything for a year, imagine coming back to that. Yeah, right? Like, I put those glasses on and like I was in the Walmart and I looked out, I'm like, oh, what? What do you mean? I thought that was just blur. I thought that was how dirt, like I legitimately thought that the air quality was so bad that it was just blurry over there. Like, no, it's me. Sometimes if you're the only one having the problem, maybe sometimes it's you. In this case, it's me. Nothing else. I think you should also make a sleepy one for when people are going to bed. I can do that. Anybody else have suggestions for emotes? I got 3 or 4 more. I still have to wait for these things to get approved by Twitch so that they don't think that I have like butts on them or something. Twitch is like I'm gonna put up an emote of my avatar's face and it's like, yeah, that's butts. Like, no, that's my avatar's face. You should see my real face. Maybe one day. But that's gonna be big butts. Like, okay, let's just get away from the butts now. Moving on. With the Z moving. Z moving is gonna be an animation. Let me see. I only have 1 slot for an animated emote for tier 1. That'll have to be like tier 2. Standard emotes? Wait. Do I only have 1 slot for... Oh, okay, so this is what I heard. Like, these are unlockable, right? Like, when like people like subscribe and stuff like that, it opens up more slots. Emotes are a great way to learn more about subscriber emotes here. Okay. Let me just, like, this is a learning curve. Like, you've all probably know this like the back of your hand. But this is baby's first rodeo right here. Baby's first tic-tac-toe game. Manage emotes. Upload emote, yes. Okay, auto resize, yes, I did that. Manual mode, yes. Auto resize seems to be better. Like, if I am a strong believer in if we can get a machine to do it for me, oh yeah. Like, what? Why would I not? Why would I not? To rearrange, to manual rearrangement, removing an emote from an active slot, emote tips and ideas, additional help, modifying emote library. Whenever you upload an emote, it's the same library do the same. Emote library, animated. Information about the rules, no, just, can you get more emotes? Let me see. Affiliates, tier 1 emotes. Benefit the library, what is that? Tier 2 emote modifiers, yeah. Partner's a long way off. That, I just barely made it to affiliate. Let's, baby just learned how to open his eyes. Let's wait before we get a job, yeah? And like, start paying taxes. Baby is still baby. Which is, I think, like, let's throw this out there in the chat. Let's let the chat like chew on this a little bit. People who win the lottery. What are your thoughts on that? Like, is it too much too fast? I kind of think it's too much too fast. I've heard stories of people that have won the lottery and it doesn't turn out too good. You gotta have like discipline, and the robot is calling me again. Please give me like 2 seconds to chew on this idea. Okay, yeah, talking to the machine. Good machine. Diligent machine. Telling me that a location is out of service. But with the temperature, some of these things are like cabinets and they're really hot. We're finding out that these cabinets are not sufficient enough to cool these locations. Should I have like a or should like just squiggle line? I think squiggle line. Can I put in a squiggle line or do I need to make a different thing for the squiggle? Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. Squiggle line, custom line shape tool. Shape is a heart, scissors, an arrow, bunch of things that if I got a new version of this. What is this? Is that a beet? What is that? Is that food? It looks like a heart that grew into a beet with a tail, had a stem that had a lion's tail offshoot. I don't know what that is. I legitimately don't know what that is. This I know what it is. Whoop, it's a paw. Lines. This texture does not exist. There's a reticle, there's a check, there's a pin. No squiggle line. I'm gonna have to make my own squiggle line. That's fine. I can do that. I think I can do that. I hope I can do that. If I just squiggle in the squiggle line. Oh my god. I can't. That's fine. That's perfect. Send it. Absolutely send it. Task failed successfully. Like I could write that here, but the emote's gonna be so small. I'm not gonna know. KO. You know what? Before I send that out there and then Twitch like slaps my hand with a ruler, let me read because I know that they're strict on such things. Subscriber emotes. Yeah. Okay. Rules and guidelines. Where are those? All the way go down to the bottom. 3 hours of making an emote. Like I literally just spliced some video together, and I made one emote and fought for half an hour with Photoshop. Photoshop, why you gotta be so? Why do you want me to fight with you? I don't want to fight with you. Please just work together. Modified emotes, emote slots, emote library, affiliated emotes, emote guidelines. Here we are. Now we will know. I will want to read this verbatim. Verbatim, is that the one where you make it up, or is that word for word? I don't know. I want to read some of this word for word. Okay. Gasm style emotes. Emotes imitating the Greygasm global emote are permitted. Is this the Greygasm? That's the thumbs up. Which one's Greygasm? I don't know. Is that the one with the guys, the head, like the face is open? The face is open. Oh, you know what? That he could just be yawning, okay? Don't do it, but this is okay. Hateful conduct, such as offensive slurs, symbols, stereotypes, and imagery, obviously. Harassment, such as targeted insults, bullying, yeah, of course. Threats of violence, yes. And threats of suicide, okay. Obscene content, such as extreme, gratuitous depictions of violence, gore, blood, severe injury, and death. I don't think this is just KO. He's just got no eyes, right? I would think this is fine. Obviously, sexual content, nudity, illegal drugs, vulgarity, glorifying or encouraging violations of our community guidelines. How would you even do that emote? I don't know. Politics, animations, except it's supported by animated emotes and cheer mode. Okay, yes. Flashing or flickering effects in animated emotes that occur more than 3 times within 1 second, including rapidly changing colors. Rapidly changing colors. I don't know if that other one's gonna fly, but we'll see. So, you know what? Send it. Why not? Let's do a cropping here of this for maximum effect. We'll get as close as we can to it. And then we will increase the size, image size. So it's 645 by 816. We'll just bump the width out to match. Oh yeah, no, not like that. I need the canvas size. I keep getting that confused. Brain, please focus on one topic at a time. Hold on. Is this I can? This is like there. So if I were to say what type of, it moved is why. So my artist comes from less from like creativity and more like hard angles. Like I took like engineering, drafting, and stuff like that in college. There you go. So my art is more like number art, like which music is like, I'm surprised how much music is numbers. Like I was like, what do you mean? Numbers are boring. No, numbers dictate certain things in music. Height is 815. I guess it didn't really matter. Just change it to 815, 816. Oh, wait. We're doing it by width, not height. Sorry. Pixels, so 645. Let me see if that chops the head a little bit. Current canvas, yes, some clipping may occur. Oh yeah, that's a lot of clipping, yeah. All right, so this is what we need to have here. More specifically here. And this just takes like everyone, like for everyone who makes the stuff, like I would take a long time. I would eventually figure out how to do that. Like the 2D, like people pay good money for that 2D avatar stuff. If you have time to put into it, I guess it just comes down to time or money. The age-old question: time or money. You can always get more time. You can never get, you can always get more money. But I've not yet seen a person that could multiply their time. Not in the stock market, nowhere. So as far as I'm concerned, time is still the most valuable. Especially like with family. Like some people, they don't get along with their family. I would not suggest them force it if that is the case, but like if you get along with people, spend time with the ones you love. Let's put it that way. Width, height, what am I doing? Brain is like, oh yes, this is a good thing to say right now. Just completely forget about all the numbers you're doing on screen and just focus on the other thing. Do both, brain, please. But yeah, time, man. Sometimes I find myself wasting the time and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm gonna be like, like how many people have been like on their deathbed and are like, I wish that I had that time back instead of like grinding sand or something. Like there's times where stuff feels like a waste of time, but you gotta do it. You gotta, like for me, I hate eating. Sometimes I hate eating. Like as a kid, that's why I was so like I want to play with my Legos, Mom. I don't want to eat. You're gonna starve out. No, I don't care. I risk it. I'll risk it. Okay, that's okay. That's centered. Centered-ish. If I click this, Y, X, how big is my canvas here? I gotta do more math. Exactly. Like sometimes I have enough money that we can skip a day, or you should still order something like, don't order like just like 12 pounds of lard, need it. Oh yay, boy, oh yum, lard, yeah, fill me up. Yeah, it'll fill you up forever. Just like if you're gonna eat out, like there's some times you can splurge. I've got nothing against that. I eat McDonald's like a pig. But I need to eat better. I don't know how this tangent like occurred rapidly. That was such a rapid tangent. So what I'm trying to say, like, let me just break it down to my ADHD brain. If you don't have a lot of time to cook and you have the money to do it, order out healthy. Splurge sometimes, not all the time. I'm trying to. Oh, good job. Get that Fanpy. Ride that elephant up and down the street. You'll be the talk of the town. Fanpy. Those things would scare the shit out of me every time they used rollout. It would just get stronger. I am my brain is being exercised right now. Holy shit. I'm practicing doing two things at once. 807 divided by 2 is, let's say 806. It's gonna be 403.5. 403.5. Okay, so this particular face of human is gonna be the Y coordinate. Oh, that was a pix. That was only 1 pixel off. 402.5. If we do 0.3, it's not gonna matter, but it's gonna be moved over and it's gonna be centered, and I'm gonna feel good about it at the end of the day. So I'm gonna save this. Save as emotes. KO emote. KO emote. Okay. And I think that's what I was trying to look at for this emote guideline thing. Both like what I can and cannot do, and then also, oh my god, I just saw dinosaur chicken nuggets from Costco. You take that into the other room right now and eat it. Don't eat the whole thing, just to like save 1 or 2 for later. I love those things. We always wind up getting like the big, like you know, sometimes you gotta have that nostalgia. Yeah, it's like, hey, I remember about the dino nuggies. I need it. It's like, no, you're an adult now, you need to eat the chicken strips. I don't want the chicken strips, Mom. I want to spend $100 at Walmart getting what was that, the TV kids TV dinner for kids cuisine thing was so expensive. That's why Mom, no wonder I never got that thing. It's like, this is a special occasion. I'm like, oh come on, Mom, you're just being a Grinch, you're just being a Scrooge McDuck. And then I go to the store, I'm like, oh man, I just want to get some nostalgia. It's like $5 for one of those things. I'm like, oh no, I can get a gallon of gas for that. I'm not doing that. Baby me, just suck it up. And then eternally, baby me is like crying. It's like, you don't let me do anything. I let you play all kinds of Pokemon games, remember? Yeah, that's kind of, you know, yeah. I remember I never didn't get like a lot of the new games. Like, you not see, you have all the new games now. But now I'm bored. I'm like, well, that's whose fault is that? I can't with you, baby me, right now. Just, I'm not gonna send you to your room because you'll enjoy it. Oh, damn it. Okay, KO emote. All I had to do was hit the save button. I'm saving over the same thing twice. What am I doing? Multitasking. And then I want to save it as a PNG KO emote. KO emote. All right, that's fine. Save it as fast best, and then upload that to the next open slot. So, you guys want to make another emote, or you want to? You want me to play Morbid Game? Oh, hold on. Is this? Oh, this is 7.48 megabytes. This is okay. Yeah, this is exactly what was going to happen. It took it. It said, okay, I'm going to upload this entire thing. And then, no. Okay, hold on. Save for web. Ah, yes. Remember the thing that you did earlier? Baby me? Yeah? Do it again. Okay. 109 kilobytes, but it looks like it got like printed out on an old style printer. PNG 128 dithered? How does that look? Like, I'm scrolling through the different presets and it all just looks like the same thing. So I'm gonna do PNG 24 because that's a high number. And I don't know the difference of anything, so I'm just gonna save it like that. Images only. Emote KO. And then upload that. And then I don't know how long these emotes take to get up there. Yeah, right? It's like we hated them all our lives, and then we became the adults and we're like, holy shit, the prophecy was true. I become the very thing that I swore. And it's an endless cycle throughout generation. Like, if you go back to the cavemen or like as far back as you can go, it's like it's probably been the same exact thing. What do you mean you're not going to spend like 3 tiger skulls to get me the cool elephant tusk? Please. So KO, not rip, knock. I just KO, I guess. And then emote tribute, which I would have completely forgot. If you guys haven't heard it recently, thank you guys for coming in. Honestly, I have spent so much time with literally. I would see like the chat scroll sometimes back in the early days and be like, and then it would be like Streamlabs. It's like, hey, did you know that you can type it? I was just, shut up, Streamlabs. And then I would tell it to come back because it was the only friend I had. But now there's like 9 people in the chat. You guys are awesome. Okay, emote uploaded. So we have a decision to make here. Are we going to continue? Oh, there. See, okay. Damn, waifu, what the hell did you do? Oh, I forgot. I relieved the limits. Damn. You just like put that shit in the bank and like get interest from that and live off the interest forever. Yeah, sometimes I gotta chat with the chat box. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Like, waifu gets so tired of me talking. Back in the day when we were first dating, she would be like I was so shy. I was incredibly shy. I was like in a shell. I was like, oh my God, there's a girl. I'm talking to a girl. And she's like, still here. Fuck do I do? And I spent so long trying to think about what I did, what I could do. Like I never said anything. And she would just get like she was almost over me. And then she told me later, she's like, oh man, I just wanted you to talk. And now she tells me I can't get you to shut up. Like, just, please, 5 minutes. Just there it is, right there. The story of our lives. We are eternally grateful. All right. So this is where we make a decision here, chat. Are we gonna make another emote, or are we gonna play a game? I have a game queued up. I don't know if you've all heard it. I can almost guarantee that the 9 people in the chat will probably leave if it is Mortuary Simulator, or what is the game called? I bought it the other day. Where's my bitrate? My bitrate's okay right now. If I try to download this right now, download speed is pretty good, but download will affect upload. So it might get a little glitchy. And you're just staring at a weird face anyway, so. Let me see. What was this game called? First of all, I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately. The Mortuary Assistant. The next question is, how big is it? It's 3.29 gigabytes. And how much space do I have? 32.29 gigabytes. Wow. That 2 terabyte drive sure did fill up fast. Okay. Yeah, put it in there. And then watch the bitrate suffer. So this chat decision is up to you. I'm going to actually open up a poll. I'm going to try to do the poll thing. I had a poll set up at one point. Where is the poll? Settings. Where's the poll? Polls. Profiles. Vote. Minecraft vote. That was okay. Wow, that was a long poll. That was many time ago. Store loyalty polls. Open up a poll. Is this a new poll? No, that's a different poll. Sorry, different poll. That was from many. That was so long ago. Importer. Can I make another poll? Like a different poll? Wow, it already downloaded? Shit me. Bitrate, are you gonna recover? It did. When things work so well, it's good for the feels. Tie message, profiles. Oh, I don't like this. Complete. Okay, complete. This poll has been open for months now. I cannot believe that. Okay. Game or emote or game, because we were in the emote. Gam. Options are gonna be emote. And the other, wait. Oh, okay, hold on. I also have discovered that I haven't gone like to take care of basic human function needs in like 2 hours. That's amazing to me. I don't know how I did that. Emote, and then the other one is what? Oh, okay. TV, please. Once again, that is like when you get out of your car, you're driving your car, you hear a weird sound. And you're like, oh man, I need to check that when I get home. and you like turn up the radio, and then you get home and you never check it out, and then the next time you get in the car, it's the same thing. There we go. I keep meaning to change the timeout of this TV to like longer than 4 hours, and I keep forgetting. And eventually you learn to keep forgetting. That's like I just looked up to see what was actually being broadcasted. It's just that face right there. That's wonderful. You guys want to see some cool stuff? Let's do the cool stuff instead of just the face. Because that emote is now ready. It's shipped out. It's ready to go. So the story behind all of this is, did I legitimately just forgot what I was saying. Oh, yes, the background. My God. So instead of having like trying to look up people's pictures in the background and being like, oh, well, this, you know, I want to give credit where credit's due. Sometimes I find pictures I can't, there's like other people have taken them, I can't give credit. And then I can just see that somebody coming around and be like, oh, you stole the picture. So I'm like, Brain had a good idea. It was like, you have footage, you have drone. You have pilot's license specifically to make money. Because if you, okay, so the part 105 rules with the FAA is that if you have it for just a hobby, if you just take the drone out, mom, dad, new drone, woo, you can go and you can do the drone things. Obviously you got to be safe, stuff like that, but you don't need a license. If you are doing it for any kind of a work related thing, like what I'm doing for work, or for this, basically, like if there's any kind of cash revenue being generated from this, you need to have a pilot's license. And so I was like, maybe I should just let the stars align and go with what I got. Waifu. Game or the other thing? Game? Okay. We're gonna do game. I got one vote for game. We're gonna do game. Game is gonna be the mortuary assistant, and it's supposed to like scare the pants off you. Last game I played, Ghost came right up to my face and I was like, hey, what's up? So spoopy game, every review that I've read for this thing is like, you better get like a subscription to like the online underwear bundle, because you're going to need it. And I'm like, oh, perfect, my type of game. So give me like a little bit. I'm gonna go over into the other room. I'm going to take care of some business, some, you know, human required things, and then I'm gonna be back and we're gonna play the spoopy game. Sit tight. It's gonna be like maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay. Whew. Bonsley, yeah, get out of here. Go live your best life, Bonsley. Oh man. Up and down the stairs. I need exercise. So let me change some tags here. Whew. Oh man. If y'all need to get exercise, get exercise. Let me move the chat back over here. And then, oh man. So, okay. This was the natural order of things. I guess it was bound to happen anyway, right? Doggos also had to go for walkies. So we took Doggos for the walkies. No mail. That's fine. Come back in. I hear a crash. Waifu like screech, like exclaiming. Waifu exclaims, "Ah!" Like shit. What now? I spilled the rice all over the floor. Yeah, everyone needed walkies. I need more walkies. I tried to jog this morning, and I was like, man, I need to like spend more time. I've been like going hard on this thing, on the streaming thing. I need, which is fine. Just I have other time that I spend to do other things, and I don't use it for that. I just like mess around. Yeah, like the rice went under, so she's like vacuuming up some rice. It was a little bit. It wasn't all of it. Appearance, Brain, please. Show chat dock to the left. Yes. Okay. And now I'm gonna unplug this other monitor. I don't think I need it. Too many monitors. Fuse. Save the electricity. And instead of going through Windows to do it, I'm just gonna unplug it. It's easier to just unplug it than to have to have Windows to fight that battle. I don't want to fight that battle. Let me check out the stream audio quality here. Like I'm very reluctant to stop streaming and then stream again later because I just got the bitrate good. It's like almost who of me to just leave the stream on till tomorrow to get to it. Okay, wow, that's like I keep questioning the audio, but the audio seems to be good. For anybody that has like started to stream or is going to stream or wants to like do the stream, like if yeah, like sacrifice a small hard drive in order to get like good bitrate. If anybody wants to do the stream thing, get a good quality mic. R has a good quality mic. Most of the other people that I watch, they have good quality mics. I'm not sponsored. I swear to God, I'm not sponsored by anything. But like, I'm just like helpful hint. Get good mic. I thought I had a good mic. I started out. Let me set this game up here. People go. Okay. I started out with. Cancel. No, don't cancel, Paul. Paul, how do you go back? Oh, it's active. How did we make it not active? The other one was open for like months. What the hell? Just hit the cancel button. That's fine. I don't want the poor thing running in the background, and I just abandoned it. Started out with like a headset mic that I had, like a headset, and then Waifu was like, "Oh, let's get you this other headset. This headset's very good. It's very comfortable. I have big head and big ears, so it's hard for me to get decent things to fit on the head and the ears. But this one's very comfy. The audio quality is okay. If you're talking to like your friends, it's good. Yeah, and it doesn't have a pop filter, and I had seen like, oh, pop filter is good to get a pop filter. So I took like my dog's hair, he like ripped up one of his monkey toys, and I took like the paw. I'm like, oh, and then I put it over the microphone. Like 2 seconds of sadness, and I was like, oh well, your loss is my gain, monkey. So I put it over the thing. It's like a pop filter, and it kind of sounded muffled. And so then I invested in a toner Q9, and that was okay for a while. But it has a lot of internal noise, a lot. Like I watched a review on it, and somebody had put it in like a okay. Oh, there's my keyboard. Somebody had put it in like a soundproof case, and it was like hissing badly. I'm like, oh. And then I settled on this. Crap. What is it? It's the same company as my Elgato capture card. What is it? HD60S Plus. I didn't get the actual card because if Wifu streams, I didn't want that card to be like limited to just a card inside of the desktop. Like you couldn't use it for the laptop then.